Well, hello, everyone. Go Team Venture. What's up? And welcome to the Nerdrotic Nooner. My name is Gary Beekler, and I am coming to you live from San Francisco, California. I have a website called Nerdrotic.com. I also do some YouTubing and such. And I think we should, Kapla, by the way, the Price is Right review. Kapla, how are you? Let's use this fancy Stream Deck now. I can fade the music down better than that, but I got to get used to this thing. You know, I need old man Odin's voice right now. Hi, everybody. Dude, I'm going to be 51 soon, like really soon. And this month, we'll say. So it's about time, Alzheimer's kicks in. So welcome, everybody. Let's see who's here. And then we will talk about, well, there's a lot to talk about. We can discuss the leaks and rumors concerning both Doctor Who and Star Trek. I see them as desperation since neither have gone into production yet, although Doctor Who will probably go into production sooner than Star Trek. But considering the only excitement is the fact that maybe Chibnall and Jodie will be leaving, so they're trying to offset that. And you know what? We'll talk about why it doesn't even matter. It just doesn't matter. As long as you keep producing Alex Kurtzman and Alex Kurtzman Star Trek and Chris Chibnall Doctor Who, things aren't going to change. It's not like it's going to bounce back. It's not like the viewing public's taste have changed over the last 4 to 5 weeks due to the events that we all know that we still can't. There's certain things we just can't say on YouTube. I found that out yesterday. So, the viewing public's taste has not changed. So some miracle is not going to happen, and all of a sudden people are going to start loving Alex Kurtzman Star Trek and Chris Chibnall Doctor Who and I'm not sorry to tell you that at all. We will also discuss, of course, cancel culture because it's still running rampant, and it is killing entertainment. It's killing Hollywood, it's killing comedy, it's killing comics, it's killing everything. And if they want, all these, I won't call them, these entertainment institutions, these legacy corporations, nothing lasts forever. Now, I didn't think it would fall this fast, this hard. I thought a lot of these entertainment institutions would survive, and some will, but they're gonna look a whole lot different. We'll discuss the weird Disney's earnings call yesterday where they said they borrowed a bunch of money and didn't spend that much of it. But they have 100 million subscribers on Disney Plus. For what? I don't know. I don't know how that went from 35 million to 100 million, but I guess it did. I can't deny it. I mean, they wouldn't lie about something like that, would they? They wouldn't. They went after Kindergarten Cop today too. I did see that. They went after Gina Carano, who was a hero, by the way, for standing up to him. We're going to talk about that. John Cleese called out woke culture again, and we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about a little list I ended up on yesterday, along with some others. And we'll discuss why that list was made. I think Neon at Clownfish hit the nail right on the head. Why that is out there. And it's out to discredit YouTubers. And I think that's where we'll start. So let's see who's here first. James McDonald, what's up? Geek Tropology, Ladies Man 727, Pagan Penguin, Sinister, Donnie Pearson, Itachi Uchiha, Eric K. and his wrench. Welcome, Eric. Keck44, Larry, Nettled Nerds and their wrench. Scott H. Bastard. I'm a bastard, and you're a bastard too. JD. I wonder if that's I could be that. I have a friend named JD. He lives in Portland. He's probably lobbing things at a federal building right now, knowing him. Andrew Banishers, Judicon, The Adventuring Nerd, Donnie Pearson, I've already said, Flashy Vic, Easy Does It, and Lady Gravemaster. Hello, Lady Gravemaster. Hello, the great producer of this show. And Night Mask, thank you for the super chat. We'll get to that in just a moment. So Donnie Pearson has a long chat here I'm going to read. Where's the first one? I see 2 of 2, Donnie. Where is 1 of 1? I'm going to have to read 2 of 2 first. Speaking of Star Trek, I was watching a Trek Yards live stream where Stuart and Sam are reviewing the future imperfect episode of The Next Generation. Well, that's good. I got nothing against Trek Yards. Trek Yards, listen, they wanna stay in good with CBS and Star Trek, and they got to do what they got to do. I'm not going to judge them for it. They've been critical of me, and that's fine. I don't care. But I've met them in person, and they didn't have any of those critiques then, which was a year ago, almost a year, not a year ago to the day, about 11 months ago, we'll say. So a lot of very good reaction to my last live stream. I wasn't too sure what the reaction was going to be, so it was late at night. If you missed it, it's over on Nerdrotic Live, and I talked about I'm in the process of moving and doing a Cal exit. I will end up doing a video on the Cal exit, and yeah, it's going to be political. What the funniest comment I read, and it's not wrong, by the way. I don't know how anybody with a brain cell in their head could be an independent right now. Well, I think I have one brain cell left now. I've burnt a lot due to drugs, but somehow I managed to stay independent. But it doesn't mean I am, it doesn't mean that I don't know what's going on. And I think part of being independent is, maybe a side I was on before, recognizing that side is, I completely lost me. I think a lot of people, and a long time ago, quite frankly. So I'll go into detail of that in my video. I am also, I'm working on an Umbrella Academy season 2 review. I'm almost done with it, so it'll be out tomorrow morning. But we can discuss it here. I've seen the whole show now. We might want to stay away from really specific spoilers for people who haven't seen it yet, because it's been under a week. I think most people have seen it by now. I thought it rallied at the end, but it has some problems. It definitely has some problems. But my God, Aidan Gallagher, is that the kid's name? The guy who plays number 5? Whew, that is a good actor. That is a good actor. That when he is sitting down at the bar with Reginald Hargreaves, it feels like there's 2 adults talking right there. It was brilliant. And as a 50-something-year-old dude, I can say that kid can play a 50-something-year-old dude. It's pretty amazing. So we can discuss that as well. But we're going to start at Star Trek. So I'm not going to mention this YouTuber. I don't generally criticize YouTubers, and this isn't a criticism of the channel or what the guy did. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you. But this YouTuber has said out loud that he wants to specifically discredit this channel, my channel. I don't know how you do that, because it's my opinion. I guess you can disagree with my opinion. I don't know how you discredit an opinion. But the goal of his channel is to try to undermine mine and others because we disagree over a television show, which is fine. I don't have to do anything to his channel. All you have to do is continue liking Star Trek Discovery, and you get what you get. You probably get a few fans over there. Probably miss a lot of people too. So this person got an early look at Star Trek Lower Decks due to being a good servant, a good shill, and good for that person. You got to do what you got to do to earn your cheddar on this platform. I understand that. But I find it interesting that CBS would go ahead and offer an early look to a channel that has openly said he wants to discredit other channels, leading me to believe, because I'm paranoid and I can, I've talked for a long time, along with others, that CBS has mounted a campaign against certain YouTubers who are critical of Star Trek. if they wanted to shut us up, it's simple. Make good Star Trek. Make good Star Trek, and we'll shut up. And we'll end up agreeing with it. We'll end up liking it. But instead, they want to go with this garbage version of Star Trek and just continue to lie to the public, say it's successful, say people like it. They don't. As of right now, again, I haven't checked the news. There is no international distributor for Lower Decks. That could have changed in the last 24 hours. I do not know. We don't know if there's going to be international distribution for any of the future series. We have never seen any numbers. When we do see anything related to Star Trek hit YouTube, we see the comments get silenced. We see the fans get silenced. Comic-Con just did their virtual Comic-Con, and they shut off the comments for all of their videos. No live chat, no comment for a fan event. I don't know. I have a feeling that might have had something to do with Star Trek. They might have had to agree to something like that to have Star Trek on. Again, that's purely my speculation. But we've seen a lot of skullduggery with CBS. They have false copyright claimed multiple channels. They have abused YouTube's copyright system. They are the worst. Warner Brothers was pretty bad at one point, but I'm going to say that CBS is the worst. And it's to hide the fact that they have a crappy product on their hands and they just refuse to change it, or they're stuck with Alex Kurtzman. I don't know. I don't care at this point. I don't care that, I don't think Alex Kurtzman is going anywhere. I think they're going to just ride this dude's contract out and hope for the best. And I think we're headed towards the beginning of the end of Star Trek. This 23 days in a row of Alex Kurtzman Star Trek starts tomorrow. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yes, I'm wearing a bowler hat. It's because of my Umbrella Academy review. I was wearing a bowler hat for my recording session, so I just didn't want to take it off. It's a formal affair. So this YouTuber got an early look, and apparently Lower Decks is just amazing and funny, and we'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow. I will be live right after it airs, just like the good old days, and we will do a first reaction. So that should be interesting. I don't know. I think it airs at 5 or something, 5:30. I have to double check. And keep an eye on nerdrotic.com, and the timestamp will be there. All right. Another thing I need to address. This sucks, but it's happened before. Put up a video yesterday of George R. Martin's missing the deadline for Winds of Winter, doing a little follow-up, and then defending George against the NPCs who attacked him on Twitter and tried to cancel George. And the weirdest thing happened to this video. Now, it got a copyright claim for the clip in the beginning. Fine, no big deal. I mean, I get those all the time, and I know I'm pushing it on those. And I certainly could have clipped it out, and it would have been fine. But, and I even called Jeremy on this. I was like, holy shit, this is the weirdest thing. So the video was doing fine for like an hour, and then it stopped getting views, completely. I don't know if it was a bug in the system. I don't know. I mean, listen, I always consider everything. Video sucked. People are sick of me. Sure, it's all on the table. But yeah, and for a couple of hours, it went like that. Again, I don't know if it was a bug in the system or whatever, so I just pulled it. It'll be on Nerdrotic Live later today, but there was no way it was just going to sit there and do nothing on the channel, and why bother at that point? Plus, it wasn't making me any scratch. So it sucks. I put a lot of work into it. That's the way it goes. That's happened before. I've done that with the Star Trek video about a year and a half ago, and I'm sure it'll happen again. And that's the way things go. Something did change in the algorithm, but other people's videos are doing fine. My live streams are doing fine. So I'm not going to sit there and say it's the algorithm, because chances are it wasn't. It might have been recommendations. Again, it might have been people just, I already said something about George R. R. Martin a month ago too, so they might have thought it was repetitive. I don't know. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm not too worried about it. But that's why that happened. And yeah, I just yanked it. So the next video I put out will be the Umbrella Academy review. And we did. Yes, we did get some very good news on two fronts today for the people. Sargon of Akkad won his case, and that is a victory for fair use. So thank you, Flashy Vic. We will discuss that as well. We also had Patreon getting its ass beat, and that, I believe, is a win for free speech, and we want that to happen. But that might be a double-edged sword that we're going to discuss. But we need to fight this as much as we can. I mean, the fact of the matter is, maybe there's a reason I say ist and phobe, and I don't say those words out loud, because I think it does. YouTube does not like it. YouTube does not like it. Now, some people can get away with it. Some people can't. I don't risk it. Plus, you guys know what I mean. I didn't use that language in the George R. R. Martin video, and that maybe was a reason it got, I don't want to use the word suppressed. I don't think I'm that important on this platform. So I just think, sometimes you can't win them all. Yeah, that's the way I'll look at it. And I'll chalk it up to, I don't want to sit there and blame other things for stuff not doing well on the channel just yet. Not unless I have evidence of it. So let's start out with Gina Carano, shall we? And we'll get into Star Trek and Doctor Who, because there's a bunch of rumors going on. I just want more people to come in. We'll talk about the 4chan stuff. I do not run with 4chan rumors ever. And the reason is we've already seen 4chan rumors get planted there to try to lure us to do videos on them. Now, the fact that somebody took the time to do that is incredible, is absolutely incredible. But I would much rather talk about what has happened. Now, again, when I talk about rumors, the rumor I got from Doctor Who is somebody I know, somebody I've known for years. We spoke on the phone, and we've discussed stuff since then too. And I think, I know the BBC is very worried about Doctor Who. They are extremely worried. They're going to put up a front that everything is fine, and editorially, and they are happy with the show editorially. If they love Jodie, they love what they've done with the scripts. They just don't love the fan reaction. That's the problem they have. That's what I've been told. It's the fans. It's the fans, and it's YouTubers. It's fracking YouTubers. Again, we don't have that kind of power. I don't make Doctor Who bad. Chris Chibnall does. Jodie Whittaker does. That's it. That's all. And Bolstrek talks about it. Noel talks about it. Philip Morris talks about it. By the way, hail Philip Morris, my friend. Hail Philip Morris. But let's talk about, we need to hear this, and we've got two entertainment personalities calling out woke cancel culture, and we need a lot more of this. Again, I think it's a little too late for some of this, but it's good to see. Oh, and we'll also talk about that Matrix allegory thing. We talked about that a month ago. I feel like we're like repeating stories now, because we did talk about that on a couple live streams already. So there's Gina Carano. There's John Cleese right there. Let me open that. Oh, let's go with Gina. This is bullshit what she's going through, by the way, obviously. Let's get both of you guys in there. All right, so why Gina Carano is being targeted by trolls on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a super fan of, I'm not into the MMA. I liked her as Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. And I think when you're going to have like a badass woman, you got to kind of go the Bobby Draper route like they do in The Expanse, or Lady Brienne of Tarth. Lady Brienne. I always say Brienne. God damn, it's because of my niece. It's my niece. So it's a long story. Yeah. So when you have a badass, you cast a badass. When you cast Brie Larson as Captain Marvel and she looks like, a waif, it doesn't work. And would it kill him to work out? Supposedly Brie worked out, but she doesn't look like Gina. Okay. Gina could probably take some dudes. I know she could take some dudes. So MMA champion and actress Gina Carano has had a tumultuous few days on Twitter due to a controversy over her recent tweets as the hashtag Gina Carano is over party. Fuck. You know what? Twitter is over. Twitter is cancer. Fuck Twitter. I like the hashtag Gina Carano kick-ass party. I use that one. Began trending on August 5th. The 38-year-old Haywire and The Mandalorian star has been called an ist and a bootlicker. Wait a minute. Whoa. Aren't we supposed to believe women? I thought we were supposed to believe women. So, you're all full of shit. We know that. So Blue Twitter is coming after her hard, and honestly good, because when you see what she tweeted, if you're not on Twitter, you're smart. You're a smarter person than I am. And when you see what it really plays into what everyone's saying. Now, John Malin's a comic artist, formerly from Marvel. He's over in Comicsgate. He does his own books. He put out a tweet a while ago essentially saying SJWs are Yahtzees. And this backs this up because he's not wrong, by the way. He's not wrong. And it seemingly began when she posted the famous black and white photo showing a collective Yahtzee salute where one man isn't saluting, with a big red circle around it too, right? A big red circle around it just to show the Blue Twitterati that, hey, we're pointing out the dissenter here, the dissenter. Well, they got upset. Naturally. They naturally got upset. She later posted an article about the photo, writing, "Heartbreaking and powerful story of a man who changed his ways for the woman he loved. Love changes the world, one person at a time." As individuals, hail Gina Carano, by the way. I am now a bigger fan of The Mandalorian today than I was yesterday. Now, we got to see what the content is, but on August 4th, Carano, it's still Disney, so let's not get too excited. I'm a bigger Gina Carano fan, let's say that. Tweeted, "In my experience, screaming..." Okay, so on August 4th, Carano tweeted, "In my experience, screaming at someone that they are an ist when they are indeed not an ist, and any post and or research you do will show you those exact facts, then I am sorry. These people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies." And I'll add one more, Gina. Pieces of shit. But you're a classy lady, so I understand that. So Clow or whatever, this fool, hang on, I'm going to, let's see, this dude, this guy is going to educate Gina Carano. This clown, this fool, Mr. Anonymous with the Ben Kenobi, obviously Last Jedi fan. Got to be a Last Jedi fan, right? So this guy's gonna tell Gina Carano what's up. These aren't trolls, by the way. These are people trying to educate you so you can get on the right side of history. I love that history is pre-written by these fools, by the way. Well, it depends on who wins this culture war, and then because history goes to the victors. We don't know if it's going to be the truth or not. We are already seeing the manipulation of the truth. We covered it last Friday when we saw the Atlantic article calling cancel culture the domain of, or is fueled by capitalism, when indeed cancel culture is the domain of the NPC and the SJW. Terms I don't use very much, but I'm going to probably have to start using them more, because they're more applicable every day. And as I referred to earlier in the live stream, you can't really ride the fence on this one. And I never have. I'll remain independent, but I am definitely pro-free speech, pro-free expression. and those are not partisan issues, but the SJWs and the NPCs are trying to make them so. So good for Gina for holding her own, not bending the knee. And look at how easy it is. She is fine, by the way. They're not going to fire her. She's an immensely popular character in a very popular show that, again, I think is mediocre, but people like it, and that's great. You go on and like it. I have no problem with that at all. And you know what? She probably leans left like everybody else in Hollywood, and they're still coming after him. So that shows it's not, this is a fundamentalist group of lunatics, absolute lunatics. This came after she posted the black and white photo, and they're not showing the photo. Oh my God, Data Racer made Newsweek, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Hail Data Racer. Data Racer, man. I applaud you, sir. Nice. I just saw that. I didn't think that's brilliant. Data Racer finally getting some. God, he doesn't need the credit from the freaking mainstream media, but good for Data Racer. One Twitter user defending Carano. This Twitter user, by the way, is the brilliant Data Racer 117 at Data Racer 117. Follow this man, okay? He knows what's up. Data Racer, you got to get on over here to YouTube, buddy. DM me. You got to get over here to YouTube. Get the hell off Twitter. I mean, stay there for your research and everything, but bring it over here. Trust me. One Twitter user defending Carano wrote, Gina Carano is being bullied and harassed by SJW trolls. Saying it like it is, brother. They're calling her an ist bootlicker and demanding that she say, yeah, get this. They're demanding that she say a cab. I think all cops are bastards, right? By the way, a term I don't agree with. As with all things, there's some assholes and there's some really great people in any group, of course. And then BLM to prove she's not racist. Again, that's something we've seen here in the city. People have been having to put like BLM in the windows of their businesses so they won't get vandalized because it's extortion, like an extortion racket. Yeah, that stuff's going on. And I heard I heard that they were trying to, what was it? Extort people in Louisville, Kentucky for actual money. For actual money for some sort of training. And they were demanding 1.5% of your till or something. Like, fuck that, over my dead body. So they were demanding that she say ACAB or BLM to prove she's not an ist. Gina is having none of it, calling them cowards for trying to bully her off of social media. We got your back, Gina. Not that you need it, but we got your back. Gina Carano, here it is. So here is the collection. Okay, so Ducky is calling, being ageist, calling her the 38-year-old bootlicker is being bullied. Bootlicker, sorry. Oh no, I'm Gina Carano and I'm being bullied by teenagers on the internet. These aren't teenagers. You know what? If it was actual teenagers, it would make more sense. Teenagers aren't on Twitter. No, this is middle-aged idiots, lunatics, lonely people, mentally ill people. I don't know. And I don't mean to disrespect mentally ill, but there's something going on here because I don't know how a healthy person could do this to another human being and then call themselves the good guys. That's the best part of it. No one is bullying you. You've shaded the BLM movement. How? You've blocked people commenting in your posts. If you're not an ist, then prove it. Prove us wrong because this looks pretty ist to me. How? By pointing out a dissenter? I mean, they don't know how this looks. I mean, there is no self-awareness here. This is incredible. This is unbelievable. Whew. I need Az's clown horn right now. Gina, trust me, people don't care about you that much to open 12 fake accounts, and we did nothing but educate you about this. None of us said anything offensive. Maybe you and your... Okay, I'm going to read this again. This is Twitter logic in 2020. Gina, trust me, people doesn't care about you that much to open 12 fake accounts. No, they probably only opened 4. And we did nothing but to educate you. So, okay, I'll read that again. Gina, trust me, people doesn't care about you that much to open 12 fake accounts, and we did nothing but to educate you about this. None of us said anything offensive. Maybe you and your ist ass shouldn't have ignored us in the beginning and listened what we had to say. Maybe you should have bent the knee to a bunch of anonymous morons. Oh my God. I'm done with Twitter. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm fucking done. I'm going to do something to get kicked off. I discussed something with Az. I mean, it sucks, especially with, it's great for notifications and stuff, but fuck. God damn it. But I talked to Az and I on the live stream yesterday. I mean, I don't know if we're going to do it or not, but we talked about trying to see who can get kicked off first. He'd probably beat me, but... Oh, and by the way, there's no trolls. Everyone just hates you. Everyone just hates you. She really thinks we could create 12 fake accounts just for her. But anyways, you call people cowards, but who is the one blocking people for calling you out on your bootlicking behavior? Why is everyone all of a sudden saying bootlicking? Interesting, huh? Bootlicking. Bootlicking? It sounds very similar, doesn't it? It sounds very similar. They added sharing screenshots of tweets targeting Carano. Bot accounts harassing Gina Carano will post the same message within 1 minute of each other, matching profiles with she/her BLM ACAB bios that change name and layout, actual proof of someone using bots to bully a female Star Wars actress. And again, good for Data Racer for his fine work and getting a shout out in Newsweek. Awesome. However, many accused Carano of blocking accounts that support Black Lives Matter movement. As one user wrote, unfollowing Gina Carano, she blocks people for saying BLM and has a defense squad of neoliberals and right-wing assholes. Hashtag not my Cara Dune. Hashtag Gina Carano is over party. Well, I'm not sorry to say it appears BLM is a partisan political movement. So she has every right to block a partisan political movement filled with provocateurs. And some of the people in that movement have admitted to being, Marxist. So I think she's free to block whatever she wants. And it's got nothing to do with the phrase Black Lives Matter. It has everything to do with the organization. Okay. Others are claiming that they are trying to educate Carano, with one person tweeting these. Oh, yeah, we already read that. However, Carano appears to be unfazed by the attention and addresses the trolls in a tweet yesterday, sharing a photo saying, the trash took itself out, and writing, dear trolls, psst. Oh, but make sure you keep checking in from all of your 12 fake accounts, cowards. Bless her. Bless her. She doesn't need to comment. She's commented Newsweek. She's commented. Why would she fucking comment to you? Because she knows what you're all about. You're part of this too. Mainstream media, enemy of the people. fuck these motherfuckers. I'm very happy that they gave Data Racer a shout out. And quite frankly, Data Racer has done more work than Newsweek has done in the last 2 fucking years. So fuck them. Hail Data Racer. Monty Python star John Cleese says woke cancel culture is killing comedy. A British actor and comedian John Cleese said the woke mob are destroying comedy through political correctness, saying that many people who try to enforce the newfangled speech codes have no sense of humor. Now, listen, John Cleese is 80. So, of course, you're like boomer, stating the obvious. I mean, like, he's older than a boomer. He's a, I don't know, what's older than a boomer? There's Zoomer, Boomer, Doomer. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't care. The thing is, the reason I know he's speaking out is, I mean, the clock is ticking on Monty Python, right? So if they're going to criticize George R. R. Martin for making phobic comments when he's talking about the Oscar statue not having a Johnson, then what do you think they're going to do to Monty Python for half of their skits? The star of Monty Python of Fawlty Towers, an episode, I don't know if they took this back or not, but they got rid of an episode of Fawlty Towers. Am I wrong? I heard that when all that nonsense was going around with defund the police. Lashed out at the modern iteration of cancel culture, claiming that the proponents of the movement, which has sought to ban political and media figures for expressing supposedly uncouth political beliefs or making off-color, by the way, L-O-U-R, jokes, don't understand the nature of comedy. They don't. Speaking to the Daily Beast, the Last Laugh podcast, the elder statesman of British comedy said that there's plenty of people who are PC, politically correct, now that have absolutely zero sense of humor. Again, he's stating the obvious, but bravo. Again, this is an 80-year-old man and one of my heroes. Listen, and again, he's no fan of the Orange Man. So this, for partisans out there, and you know what? You're not evil if you're a partisan, but you know, it's just good to look at both sides. Everybody's waking up to this shit, and that needs to happen because again, free speech is not a partisan issue. Free expression is not a partisan issue. Everybody, everything should be able, you should be able to joke about me. You should be able to joke about Islam as much as you can joke about Christianity. And if you can't joke about both of them the same, then that's a problem. That's a problem. You don't have to like it. You don't have to listen to it. I don't love all humor either, but I don't want it to not exist. I just won't listen to it. I'll be an adult and I'll just go, you know what? Not for me. But you know what? Somebody else might find it. And you know what? Humor obviously takes the piss out of everything. It really, because life isn't that serious. We don't have to be that serious all the damn time. But there is a concerted movement through cancel culture to remove our comfort, our leisure, because it's not deserved. It's not deserved. Everything, and I mean everything right now, is considered, I'll use the, well, I can't say it, but we're going to say WS. That list I'm on is WS. Sargon of Akkad was accused of being a white supremacist today because he won his case. So they're just throwing that around. Remember how easily they were throwing around IST a few years ago? Well, they've leveled up now. So what he says here is, I would love to debate in a friendly way a couple of woke people in front of an audience. And I think the first thing I would ask is, please tell me a good woke joke. What they don't understand is that there's two types of teasing, Cleese added. There's really nasty teasing, which is horrible, and we shouldn't do it, full stop. But the other type of teasing is affectionate. You can tease people hugely affectionately, and it's a bonding mechanism. And you could also, you know what? I think there is plenty of room for teasing in the non-affectionate way. You don't want, there is a line you don't want to cross. You don't want to get too personal, like into looks or something like that. But if you're teasing somebody's philosophy, their horrible takes, I have no problem with that. And again, that takes the piss out of things. It makes them a little less serious. All humor is critical. You cannot get laughs out of perfect human beings. Did you hear that? All humor is critical. You cannot get laughs out of perfect human beings. If you've got someone up on the screen who is perfect, intelligent and kind and flexible and a good person, there's nothing funny about that. So we only laugh at people's frailties, but that's not cruel. You can laugh at people's frailties in a very funny and generous way. The Brexit supporting but liberal comedian, a frequent critic of the Orange Man, has himself run afoul of the online woke brigade after opining that London is not really an English city anymore after massive waves of immigration. Yikes. The Life of Brian Starr said that that comedy scene has changed so completely since his heyday at Monty Python, saying that, for example, we were never allowed to say the F word. I mean, that was absolutely unacceptable. Now, nobody turns a head. That's a huge difference, but you could make jokes. Yep, you can drop the F word and the S-bomb all you want, but you can't joke about everything. So, hail John Cleese. Hail Gina Carano. Sorry she had to go through that, but honestly, the more that happens, the more normies wake up to this stuff and start speaking out, because most people hate this shit. They do. So, yeah, that was, where did I see that? I need to find that. Did somebody send it to me? Somebody might have sent it to me. Maybe Lady Gravemaster. Lady Gravemaster, if you're out there, do you have the link to what's her name's tweet about Sargon, where she calls him a white supremacist? Yeah, so I can't remember her name. Sargon of Akkad had a lawsuit because he tore apart somebody's video, right? Which you can do. It's commentary. It's what we do here. She's doing it now. Gosh, the best producer in the business, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Gravemaster. So she took Sargon to court. She lost, or I think he took her to court. Not sure. He won. And it is a victory for fair use. And we need those. Unfortunately, we need to win one against the giant corporation, because I got hit yesterday. And again, I don't know if it derailed my video. I think it was actually something else, but it's fair use. You're allowed to use a certain clip, and you can use it for commentary. And I try to stay within the letter of the law with that, and mostly I get away with it. Sometimes I don't, and it's okay. But here, I'll find it. I will find it. It popped up on my home screen earlier. But yeah, here, we're going to read a couple super chats till we get that, because I want to, it's shocking, but it's not how freely the term white supremacist gets thrown around now. Now, I mean, we had Bad Robot talking about white supremacy at work, and it's just being thrown around like it's an accepted thing now. Like, oh, all of a sudden, that's a thing now. And it's incredibly dangerous. dangerous language. And that language is done on purpose. They've been trying to up it ever since. And this is it. It's almost like this is the end game. You know what I mean? Like this is the end game. And we're gonna have to fight this shit. We're gonna have to fight this shit. I can't. It's almost impossible to fight it here in this city. But I'm gonna try to fight it here on this platform as much as I possibly can. And I just wanted to review television, man. That's all I wanted to do. Gary, stop writing The Perfect Man. Go Team Venture. Says Fat Steven Seagal beat up Ryan Johnson. Thank you for the 2 Canadian pesos. I'm trying to figure out what's, hang on. Let me see what that's referring to. You've seen his super chats now. His origin story. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Ryan Johnson. That's awesome. We can watch this. I got to make sure it's not copyright. Let's see. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Ready for this? Oops, that's not it. Where did it go? That's it. Now we're ready for some Perry Chan. Here we go. Let me make sure. Wait. I got to get your sound out there. And it cannot be on this one. So let's go there. That's better. You should be able to hear it now.
What happened?
Ryan Johnson kidnapped your girlfriend.
We're making the movie. Just so that I could. I can't.
Alexander?
Are you hurt?
No.
That's for sure.
That's great. It's great. Hail Perry Chan. Hail Perry Chan. Let me get like a few less windows going here. Which one do I want? There we go. All right. Read a couple super chats. Still waiting for that link so we can discuss that thing with Sargon of Akkad. It was it? It was like trending for a minute. I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but yeah, it's going back on this brain. Not good. Not good. The Price is Right review. Compla. Long time no chat, my friend. Hope all is well. Well, things are fine. The Price is Right review. Things are just fine. I'm just enjoying a Perry Chan video. And we're going to discuss a little Star Trek and Doctor Who, but I'm waiting on a link so I can discuss Sargon. But I hope it's been a while since I've seen you, my friend. Jason McCuston for $5. Hail, Gary. A little something for the project or for Cal Exit. Any plans to investigate the Whaley House while back in San Diego? Maybe. I don't know if I can go there though. If you can go there, California is still primarily shut down, but when things do open up, San Diego will open up before anything else. Do you believe there is a Lucas cut of The Rise of Skywalker? Asked Sean Kesey for £2. No, I do not. The reason I do not believe there is a Lucas cut is because of maybe if he recut the ending. If he recut the ending, sure. But George Lucas sitting in an editing bay for months, cutting an entire film, no way. But if there's like a Lucas ending, sure. I think that might be a possibility. I think that could be a possibility. What was her name again? Oh, my goodness. There it is. There it is. Oh, my God. This is... Okay, just be ready. This is going to piss you off. This is going to piss you off. It pissed me off. Thank you, Lady Grandmaster. Best in the business. All right, here we go. We're going to get a little more triggered. So Akila Hughes, blue check mark, by the way. Let's see how many followers does she have. She has 203,000 followers. So she's a YouTuber, right? Okay. Hey, she hasn't heard of me either. So, hey, if you follow me on Twitter, you may notice I'm being harassed by a bunch of white men today. Only white men. Only white men. That's because I sued white supremacists. She probably meant to say a white supremacist for stealing my content on YouTube in 2016. Sargon of Akkad is a white supremacist now. Okay. While there was no additional commentary, only cuts in order, we felt that using more than 20% of my work was unacceptable. Keep in mind, the express purpose of this white supremacist was to arouse his horde of 4chan white supremacists. I'm done now. Fuck it. Into harassing me. After all, this was a video of me earnestly saying I was surprised Hillary lost. Because I was. And there's nothing wrong with that. The video's gone now. I tried to find the video. I think I did watch it at some point. For the last 4 years, this person has made ist and sexist harassing content about me at some other people, and more for the purpose of getting his followers to harass us. He was banned from VidCon when they forged badges and yelled over us on panels. Was that 2016 VidCon? I went to the one the next year. I don't know if that happened. I honestly don't know. I'm not super. I haven't listened to a lot of Sargon lately, but I listened to a lot of Sargon in 2016, 2017, 2018. And I just kind of wanted to dip out of politics. It was nothing against him or anything. I don't know the guy at all. But what I've heard, I don't recall hearing any, white supremacy. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just me. But I didn't hear any of that. But that is being thrown around. So the question I have is, that's pretty, it's libel, right? If you write it on Twitter, it's libel, or is it slander? She's not saying it. So this must be libel. If you're, well, she said YouTuber. She did say his name later. I would think he could sue for that. I mean, I know there's an argument that can be made if you are labeled this right now. So if somebody sees this and sees, well, Akilah Hughes calls Sargon a white supremacist and he gets attacked at the next VidCon like Jeremy did from the quartering, I think this puts people in real danger. You know, when I get put on a list or somebody else, you know what? This is stuff I used to not think about. And, you know, it comes with the job, whatever. I mean, I am grateful for this platform. I'm grateful for all of you. This isn't work. This is fun, even calling out this garbage. And it's my pleasure. And the only reason I'm doing it is because, you know, very few people will. My friends here on this platform, and you guys will as much as you can in the chat and on Twitter, but like the media is not doing it. They're not doing their job. The access media is not doing their job. So she loses a lawsuit. She could disagree with them all she wants. She lost. And now he's a white supremacist. If I was him, I would look into possibly suing her. I mean, usually you just kind of let shit go. People say what they want, but this is repeated. And it's from somebody who's got 203,000 followers. Now, she only got 6,000 likes from her 203,000 followers. And the ratio is in her favor for sure. So, I mean, this is Twitter. This is their territory for sure. But if I was Sargon, I'd be calling the lawyer back up again. I don't know if he can do anything or not, but that's going too far. But that's not stopping him. That shit's being thrown around all the time now. So if we go, what's up, Justin Proper? Where is it? Yeah. You know, all the time. Who are the Comicsgate YouTubers? Well, I made number 4, and I just want to say this is all based. Okay, so here's the details of this. This is games frequently asked question. By the way, thank you for Clownfish TV for tweeting this, bringing it to everybody's attention. Please subscribe to Clownfish TV. They're a great channel, and they are not Comicsgate. They're not Comicsgate. So here are the parameters of this list. Now, they did update it, and we'll talk about that. But the parameters are, so far I have a list in order from most white supremacist, misogynist, and, quote, toxist to least. Who am I missing? Number 1, The Quartering. Well, you know, The Quartering's got almost 1 million subs. Hail, Jeremy. Good job, buddy. But not Comicsgate. Actually was recently very critical of Comicsgate. Yellow Flash is Comicsgate. Yellow Flash is a friend. He's a good YouTuber. Yellow Flash is Comicsgate. That Umbrella Guy, good guy. Been on many live streams with him. Friend. That Umbrella Guy is Comicsgate. Me. Well, for one, if I beat Geeks and Gamers in anything, hell yeah. I'm just kidding. I just want to say I would like to thank the Academy. I wish Nerdrotic was alive to see this, that I made the top 5 list based on white supremacy, misogyny, and toxic. Now, I'm wondering what one favored me over Geeks and Gamers, but whatever. I did it. Ash should be way higher on this list, by the way. He is really white supremacist. And the biggest one of all, Just Some Guy. Just Some Guy should be number 1 because he is all about the white power. I mean, that is a solid peckerwood right there. Just Some Guy. That's right. But the list has been updated. Number 2 is now Young Rippa. Young Rippa. So, I mean, obviously it's a joke. It's ridiculous. But Neon hits the nail on the head on why they made this list. Because Bulls Trek and I were, I don't want to say victims. We had some fiction written about us on Reddit, and we know the purpose of it. I'll tell you what the purpose is after I read this tweet for you. So this happened on Games Frequently Asked Question forums a week ago. Curious timing, all this right after the Whisper Network drama. Tom King versus Jay Lee. You know, the white guy who was trying to cancel not one, but two Asian guys. Yeah, that guy. Problematic. Etc. Short answer. No, we are not. Nice try keywording to be as searchable by Google as possible, though. So this is why stuff like this is made. Because when you Google Clownfish TV, Nerdrotic, Bulls Trek, or we'll go down this whole list, The Quartering, Yellow Flash, That Umbrella Guy, Geeks and Gamers, World Class Bullshitters, Hail Jeff, Az at Heel versus Babyface, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, which is Ethan, Ryan Cannell, my internet son. I am so proud of him. My God, him and Josiah. Fuck yeah. Love those guys. Comics Matter with your boy Zach, which he really needs to change his channel name back to Diversity in Comics, like right now. Thinking Critical, that's a good channel too. Midnight's Edge, that Star Wars girl, Anna, and Mecha Random 42. It's good to see both genders represented here. Said that in the past. And Clownfish TV. So the reason they do that is if you Google any of these names, then you'll see white supremacist right next to it, or racism, or racist, or are they racist, or how old is Mrs. Nerdrotic? Oh, that's like the third one that comes up. Or who is Mrs. Nerdrotic? I don't know what it is now. I'll check on another window real quick. Hang on. Let's see what it is now. Good. That's gone. Thank you. Oh, no, it's it's gone down the list. So if you go Nerdrotic, it's Nerdrotic Live, Nerdrotic Facebook, Nerdrotic Twitter, Nerdrotic Wiki, Nerdrotic YouTube, Nerdrotic Racist, Nerdrotic Instagram, Nerdrotic Podcast, Nerdrotic Merchandise, which is good. At least it's not like who's Mrs. Nerdrotic now. That was weird. Nerdrotic Wife. But yeah, I can show you that. Yeah. So it's down. It's like 10th. But that's the reason it's there. That's the reason it's there. So now that she's done this to Sargon, where'd it go? You know, that puts it out there. You never heard of Sargon? This is probably going to be the first thing you associate with it now. That's evil. It's evil. I mean, you can not like somebody for their political points of view. You can disagree with your opponent, your adversary, but this is the level things have gotten to in 2020, and that's why there's people running around the streets, burning down businesses, not getting in trouble for it. Police are about to be police are being defunded. Oh, and I'm well aware of the video that was leaked on Twitter. Was it day before yesterday? I wish I could discuss it in detail here, and I can't. But that might be for an Exozone off platform. We can most definitely discuss that. Most definitely discuss that. Again, you don't have to like Sargon. I mean, you know, I liked his stuff back in 2016, 17 and stuff. I don't know what it's like now, to be honest with you, but he doesn't deserve that, obviously. But that's the kind of shit we're all going to have to go through now. And it's going to be like this till November, and pending the outcome, which I'm pretty sure I know what the outcome is going to be. It might be 4 more years of this fucking craziness. Hope you're ready. Get your helmet on. Get your goddamn helmet on. Thank you again, Lady Gravemaster. Well done. Well done. Hale, super chat on Tuesday night saying that I was watching the live stream through my cell due to the hurricane. Everything is fine and my family is safe. I remember your super chat, Night Mask. I'm glad you're okay. Thanks for updating me. Yeah, thanks for, I'm glad I got you through a hurricane. Yeah, that's cool. My pleasure. Thanks for the $4.99. Scottish Nerd, thank you for the phallic unicorn for $1.49. Craig McDiffit, thank you for becoming a member at the Jaloja level. There will be a member stream. I'm going to say Saturday. We're going to do one Saturday. Saturday at noon. We'll probably do back-to-back, Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. but Saturday it looks like it's going to be. Flashy Vic for £5. Sargon of Akkad had a great legal victory today. They had to meet his legal costs after trying to cancel him over false copyright claims on his channel. So they had to pay the legal costs. That's great. That's brilliant. I love that. I fucking love that. And Patreon took it. Holy shit. Whoa. Hold the phone. $500 super chat. $500 super chat. Holy shit. We got to put this. I don't know if I can. I don't know if my window's up. I might not have that one ready. Yeah, we can kind of do that. I mean, that looks messy as hell, but whatever. So that's The Motley, 1969. Holy shit, dude. Whoa. Good luck with the move. Sorry to see you leave the Bay Area. The Motley, 1969 for $500. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't mean to sound like a dick. I hope you can afford that. I feel horrible. I will try to earn that, my friend. I will definitely try to earn that. I am sorry to be leaving the Bay Area. There are actual cool people here, but as I'm going to say in my video, if you value your freedom, if you want your family to feel safe, if you value liberty, you need to leave San Francisco, and you need to leave it now. You need to leave probably California. That's what I'm doing. You need to leave. And I say this and I try. So for my friends in the chat on both sides of the aisle, no, I don't say something like this lightly. Okay. I don't, because I try. Again, I take issue by issue, but it's clear that one side of the aisle has bent the knee to extremists, and it's put its party above country and constituents for a lot of reasons. And that's why I need to vacate this city. And I don't think I'm going to another. Well, I know I'm not going to another big city, and I'm not going to a blue city at all. I'm going to go live in the country, and I'm grateful I can do that. Not everybody can. And what we need to do is not make this a blue and red issue. This has to be an issue of liberty and freedom, which should not be partisan, but it's getting that way. And that is very concerning. That is very concerning. And I tried to keep this battle in pop culture. We were seeing cancel culture. I mean, this has started in pop culture 10 years ago. And we've seen movement after movement, and we've seen every movement labeled white supremacist, alt-right, with science fiction and fantasy, people just wanting meritocracy. Meritocracy is considered white supremacist now. And we're gonna end up losing. We already, science fiction and fantasy books. They're lost for a lot of people. So you're just go publish your own. And I think that's a good thing. I think we need to defund these corporations that have allowed this to ruin our pastime, ruin what we love to do, ruin sports. Look at sports right now. I used to be a huge NFL fan. I won't bore you with it. But look at the ratings right now. Look at the ratings for the NBA and Major League Baseball. I was reading an article in SF Gate where they were like, so much for people trying to cancel baseball. The opening day ratings were record ratings, and then they had a record fall afterwards. No follow-up article in SF Gate, by the way, interestingly enough. But those ratings are directly due to them getting extremely woke and not being what they are supposed to be. Knowing your audience, that sports is leisure. That's it. It serves a purpose in a functioning society. In a functioning, healthy society, sports serve a purpose. Right now, I don't know if they serve a purpose, if they're wanting to bend the knee, get political, take sides, when we all need relief from that once in a while. We're not going to get it for a while. I mean, I've accepted that. Acceptance is an important part of life. And as far as preserving our escapism and wanting it just to, be that, it's not. Even in The Umbrella Academy season 2, it's a flawed season. I thought season 1 was perfect, damn near perfect. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Loved it. Freaking loved it. Season 2, what does it do? It has a couple of storylines that are woke. They're not terrible. I think the writer is talented, so he's able to make it. It doesn't completely take you out of the show, but it makes you want to fast forward because it's just boring. It's not cringe. It's boring and predictable, and it's there, and it doesn't serve any purpose other than to be that storyline, like almost like they're checking a box because they're checking a box. And they wasted 2 characters. Now, one is Ellen Page. I think she's the weakest link in the Umbrella Academy. And the other one, I'm forgetting the actress's name because I'm an ist, obviously. The one who plays Allison, who was great. I thought she was kind of wasted till the end. But again, I will go into that in my review. But it's poisoned all of our entertainment. And what John Cleese was saying and what Gina Carano was going through, it's all connected. This is going to bring Hollywood down. Like, people are going to be fucking done. So you just saw the sports ratings go down. What the hell do you think is going to happen to television? What do you think is going to happen to the movies after you saw, and believe me, I'm not going to let anybody forget that Natalie Portman, female Thor, and Brie Larson both co-signed defunding the police. They're fine. They're rich. They're fine. I mean, that puts poor families in danger, middle class families in danger. And I heard my police chief saying it, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. There was a lot of shit that happened. They shut down my wife's business, all this stuff. But man, when I heard my chief of police say that, I'm like, bye. I mean, I guess you have every right to defund the cops if you want. I'm not going to be in a city with my kids here. Hell no. So see you later. Go do it on your own. So in a way, like I said in my last live stream, I'll defund the police too by leaving. Fuck that shit. That doesn't mean we shouldn't fix something. There's things that need to be fixed. That's a conversation that we absolutely need to have. But getting rid of it, that's ridiculous. And that shows nobody actually gave a crap about George Floyd in the first place. They really didn't. It was just agent provocateurs trying to take advantage of a situation. And look, Hollywood just jumped on board. They're like, okay, yes, let's cheer it on. Cheer it on. And sports is doing it now too, and they're paying the price. You know what? We've made a lot of people in this country millionaires because they know how to throw and catch better than most people. And they run really fast. They could jump really high. And that's cool. That's great. Again, all for it. Make your cheddar. And you could speak your mind all you want, but you got to know your audience. And I think they should just be more responsible in their speech. That's all. Because a lot of people have seen that as rooting and a lot of people, a lot of athletes were rooting on the rioting and the looting, and people are not going to forget that. They're not going to forget the fact that they've lost their jobs because of this. They're not going to forget. I'm not going to forget. Oh, hell no. Forgive. I don't know about that. You always got to forgive, but forget? Fuck no, never. I'm going to read a couple super chats, and then we'll see what you guys want to say. Started packing up the room. again, you haven't noticed it, but I'm still keeping it all together till I get that video done, and I'll put it, I don't know, probably on Nerdrotic Live or something like that. I was, Disney is screwed. Disney is so screwed. Unless productions, I guess I was talking to Lady Gravemaster and she said they have some productions going again. I don't know where. I don't know if it's here. In New Zealand, sure, but not here. But they are screwed. They're one of those companies that rooted that shit on. Don't always agree, but love the content. Michael Kennedy for £4.99. We do not have to agree on everything. I don't agree with, I don't know. I don't 100% agree with anybody, but I listen. The lowest excuses are found on the lower decks, says Mr. Fish Reveals for Australian $10. Lower Decks premieres tomorrow, and the challenge will be, can they make me laugh? Can they genuinely make me laugh? We'll find out. We'll find out live. I'll give you guys a time. I'll give you plenty of notice. Thanks for the stream, Gary. Take care of yourself. Marcos Cattle for $1.99. I will. You do the same. You all do the same. Be safe. And, we can't be quiet about this shit anymore. This silent majority stuff, we can't be silent anymore. We got to show that we're actually there. And I think we're starting to see that. It's been shocking to see what happened, but now that the dust is settled, for the most part, there's still stuff going on. It's time for the adults to take care of business. Hail, Gary, can you check out Michael Mercer YouTube? He's a toy collector and has some awesome vids you and the chat may enjoy. Cheers for the vid you do, says Alex the Collector for £4.99. I'll check it out. I have to screen it first, but we can look at it on the next Nooner for sure. The Motley 1969. Thanks again for the $500. Jesus Christ. You're going to get a shout out on Friday Night Tights too, dude. Smatter Effect for $4.99. Gary, cancel culture went from the drunk heckler to the back of a dark theater to a virtuous saint in the spotlight for a cause. So they think. Yeah. Oh, no, they think they are the army of the good. They are. It's sick. It's sick. And Gina, I forgot to here. I got to go up to Gina Carano's tweet, right? And show you guys. Yeah, that explosion in Lebanon was woo. She tweeted about that. So yeah, here's the tweet. Here's the offending tweet, everybody. So the fact that they're calling her out for tweeting this is, I think it's funny as hell. Because it absolutely shows that's what they are. That's what they are. Do you want to live in a world where the blue Twitter is in charge? Do you want to live in that fucking world? That is a nightmare world. That is a nightmare world that needs to be stamped down. Even the thought of it needs to be stamped down. How dare you, Gina Carano? How dare you? Oh my God. And just her response though, I've always been, I've never been a huge fan of hers or anything. I am now. I am now. You go, girl. Just the lack of self-awareness is, it still surprises me. I'm not going to lie. It still surprises me. I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but I am. Got a theater near me playing Two Towers this weekend. Going for sure. Beer me to Brett for $5. Well, have fun. Where is it? What state? If it's close, I'll drive there. Are they playing the whole thing? I think if theaters, if they were smart, they would just play Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, just play sure things. And play extended versions that you haven't seen. You know, there's a bunch of extended versions of Harry Potter movies that you had to watch on ABC Family, I think. It was the ABC Family cut that people would love to see. Put that in a theater. You know, you'll make a ton of money. You know, recently, J.K. Rowling has started to realize what she helped perpetuate for a long, long time. And now she's the victim of it because she just wants to, you know, protect the fact that there are biological women in this world. There are. And the fact that you can't say something like that shows that it's fucking clown world. And yeah, it's fucking clown world. That's not denying anybody's existence. You can identify however the hell you want. You're not hurting anybody by saying biological woman. You are not alone. I got copyright claimed, and then my last vid got hardly any views due to the tube, says CB News and Reactions. Yeah, but I mean, it's happened before. It's happened before, and it hasn't affected it at all. That was really strange. I had a discussion. I don't want to out the YouTuber, but I talked to a YouTuber in the last couple of days who said that the same thing happened to him. He put a video up, and it just stopped dead after an hour. Now, the only thing I can think of is YouTube did change something with the algorithm. You have to go through a little different process to put up a stream. It's not that much different, but anytime there's a change. Oh, speaking of which, we should talk about, does anybody know why, is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? One of those two douchebags. One of them got raided by the FBI today. Do we know why? Going to watch the last ever 2 episodes of what's AOS? I should know. Adam Croucher, I should know what AOS is, and I don't. I'm sorry. Hang on. Too many things going on in the brain, but you enjoy it. Gary, super chatted you on bagging and boarding yesterday, talking about SPED support. Okay, yeah, special ed support. Also emailed you under please read SPED support's title. And the Invisible Mad, I will read it. Because, that's... I really appreciate that, too. Special ed report, by the way, that's one of the reasons we're getting out of California is the schools are shut down and my son is on the spectrum. And it's, totally functional, totally fine, happy kid, but he requires just a little extra attention because of his attention span. All right. So you need to keep him focused because he'll wander off. His mind will wander and he doesn't mean to do it, but it just does. And that's all. And I have no problem paying for it. We already were paying a fortune for it. And that's fine. It's money so well spent, anything for my kid. But that's not available now. And, just another reason why you shouldn't rely on the government, because the one time I did, no solution. There's no communication. Nobody knows what the hell's going on in California. We just know kids aren't going back to school and there might be a virtual school and this and that, but nothing for the special ed kids. So we'll take care of it. No problem. No problem. I have no problem not relying on the state whatsoever. I am good. There is no Matrix allegory. 99% of the Matrix was blatantly lifted from other source material. The red pill took look at Total Recall, Alice in Wonderland, CZ for $5. Exactly. That's why I talked about this a month ago. There's got to be some of you out there that remember us covering this on Friday Night Tights and me talking about it on the Nooner. So what happened was Elon Musk tweeted, Trump's daughter, I think, and said, have you taken the red pill or take the red pill? And she said, already did. And Lily Wachowski saw that and said, fuck off, and spurred out, and then came out and said that The Matrix was an allegory for transitioning. But before that, it was an allegory for coming out of the closet. But before that, it was an allegory for something else. Listen, I was there. I was alive when The Matrix came out. And I read a ton of interviews, and not once was that said. No, The Matrix ripped off a lot of manga and anime. Okay, straight up. That's what just a lot of cyberpunk, manga, and anime. And they borrowed from a lot of stuff, a lot of other things. They made a brilliant movie. The first Matrix is a brilliant movie. And you know what? The Wachowski brothers used to be brilliant directors. Bound is a great fucking movie. It is a great movie. But you know what? Due to parenting or losing their minds or something like that, or being in Hollywood too long, they had some issues, and it certainly got in the way of their directing. I'm sorry to say. But no, it's not an allegory for that at all. I mean, fine. If you want to make it, fine. It doesn't matter. But what they're trying to do is take away the red pill aspect. They can't. You can't unmake the meme. Can we expect off-world vehicles to be talked about in the next Exozone? Seems like no one's even talked about it. Yeah, Greengrass. I damn near did a video on it. The time has passed, though. The last week, I just got really distracted by a lot of real-life stuff. So I couldn't jump on videos as quick as I wanted to. Hopefully, that will not continue. Deef for $5 Canadian. Hey, Gary. You need to get Jeff from World Class Bullshitters and EVS on at the same time for Friday Night Tights along with Jeremy. So what's to reunite the High Council? Maybe someday. But I think Jeremy had to leave the High Council to focus on Sports Wars. Well, look at Sports Wars now. There's a reason he left. He understood that when you want to start a channel, you got to focus on it and you got to stick with it for at least a year. At least a year. And you're going to go through ups and downs, and you just got to keep plugging away. You got to focus harder on your channel. I mean, that's the way it goes, you know? So Jeremy's hard work is paid off. But yeah, we can, I think those guys can talk about getting back together sometime. Russian Bot, 1918 for $5. Carano is living out Václav Havel's parable of the green grocer. Please check the email I sent you Wednesday, 4:01 Pacific time. Wednesday, 4:01 Pacific time. Hang on. Okay. Until I get my new setup, I got to be very careful checking my emails while I'm on live streams. It's very hard to stop and check something during live streams when I'm using one screen. Now, starting in a couple weeks, I'll have two screens, and I'll be able to use that right now. But I will check and respond to it, okay? Just watch Disney's Atlantis. It was just an awesome movie. It's a shame that they're not putting out movies like that anymore. Such a good story and amazing caretakers. Nowadays, it's only strong female characters in politics. Says Edel Zocker for 20 pounds. Yes, it's a trope now. It's a trope to have the strong female character and all the men are bad, and that's the Umbrella Academy does that in season 2. There's bad dads. That one storyline damn near derailed the whole show for me. The only saving grace is the other dad, the monocle, Sir Reginald Hargreaves, is fucking awesome, and they treat him as such, and you find out a little bit about his backstory. Listen, I've read the book. I've got my little. This is their first appearance, which was a free comic book day one, and it's a brilliant comic. It is a brilliant book, but I want you to notice something. Let's see. Remember that comic book Whisper Network? Well, they went after a guy named Scott Alley. Scott Alley is well known, kind of a creeper. He's part of the reason there was the comics pledge, the pledge that were people in the comic book industry had to remind themselves not to sexually assault each other. Well, Umbrella Academy. Scott Alley. Yep. He's all over this thing. But that's the comic book industry. So that's the same industry that was trying to label and still trying to label Comicsgate a hate group. Now, again, they aren't a bunch of angels over there. I am personally not Comicsgate. There are people over there that I like, that I would have on the channel, and I would rather have some of them on the channel before I would have a comic book professional, because I believe the comic book industry is now, I call it a predator group. It's a predator group. And I think that's provable. Now, some people have been canceled who shouldn't have been canceled. I don't think Warren Ellis was a player. I have no problem with him flirting with women and using his talent to get laid. Go for it. Fucking, he's a boss in my opinion. That's awesome. That's awesome. You go get yours, buddy. I mean, look at how the guy looks. Okay. You gotta make up for it somewhere. And he makes up for it in game. And the man had game. Nothing but respect. All those women were of age. Go get him, buddy. But he canceled himself and now he's done. He lost his TV show. He lost everything. This guy, Scott Alley was a real perv. I was actually outside the event where he grabbed that one dude in the sack. I was there. I was outside that building picking up another comic artist. And that comic artist, that thing happened right in front of the comic artist I was picking up. So, and that, by the way, that shit goes on all the time. And you know what? Who gives a fuck? It's adults at a party. Everybody's getting drunk. And you know what? It's not all the dudes, by the way. They Kelly Pseudoconics of the world will make it sound like it was all the men. It's not, believe it or not. I know. Is it crazy or what? So, yeah, see how hard it is to enjoy entertainment now? Because like everywhere you look, I'm sitting there like reading my little Umbrella Academy comic, but Gerard Way, Gabriel Ba art, it's fucking brilliant, right? I mean, that's good shit. And by the way, the comic's really good. I highly recommend it. But then I see Scott Alley's name. And you know what? It breaks the spell. It breaks the spell of entertainment and escapism. So whether it's intentional or not, it's killing it. It's killing it. So now you have a bunch of people who will crack open a book and Mark Wade's name gets mentioned and they're going to fucking toss the book. I'm done. But I think what's going to help us is if we make sure as individuals, and I'm talking about my channel individually, not telling other people what to do with their channels. I want to try as much as possible to keep my side of the street very clean. Very, very clean. In other words, keep my anger, my rage focused on keeping your eye on the eye of the tiger, man. Keeping it focused on Disney, on Marvel, Alex Kurtzman, CBS, the BBC. Not creators, not individual creators, unless they come after you first. If they come after you first, or they come after me first, fair game. Absolutely fair game. If Tom King is trying to cancel or not Tom King, going after Jay Lee, or if a comic creative is going after Cecil, if a bunch of people are going after Cecil and trying to mess with his income, then it's fair fucking game. Cecil can go and we can go after them. But honestly, we need to keep our eye on the prize. That's something Jeremy from the Quartering said many, many months ago, and I agree with it. You need to keep your eye on the prize. You go after individuals. I hate to use their fucking language. It makes me sick to use their language. But it doesn't look very good. It doesn't look good. And they can, believe me, they're watching us all the fucking time to get sound clips, to nail us. And you know what? There's one thing and listen, there's very few instances where I'd see it going over the line. It's very few, but it happens, and don't be surprised if it's used against you. That's all I got to say. I mean, like, whatever. If it is, it doesn't mean it's but and it depends on what the goal is too. I mean, we don't need to be accepted by these people. I don't give a shit. I don't need to be accepted by Hollywood. I don't need to get lower decks early. That'd be the last thing I want. I would much rather watch stuff with all the common folk, us salt of the earth people. I'll watch stuff later. I'll have access to stuff later. I don't need to react to it first. But when it comes to individuals, and if we're going to go after them, just be careful. Be careful. Stick to the work. Stick to their work. Like Alex Kurtzman, I don't know anything about the guy's personal life, and I would never say anything about the guy's personal life or any family members. I will talk about his work on film and television, and his, he is responsible for destroying one of the greatest franchises of all time. You got to criticize that. And he's been trying to shut us down. His corporation has been trying to shut down the critics. And I think I don't have definitive evidence of this. I've been trying. There's lots of circumstantial that $1 billion corporation wants to take out some individuals who don't like their TV show. And they actually think like we have something to do with it. CBS, same thing goes for BBC. No, it's your shitty Star Trek. It's Alex Kurtzman who actually makes it shitty. And the worst thing that can happen to Star Trek is for Alex Kurtzman is to have Alex Kurtzman make more of it. There's nothing I can do to Star Trek that's any worse than that. Lower Decks will be the next blow to this mighty franchise. And it's just going to, it's 23 days of Star Trek, and that's going to be 23, mortal blows to this franchise that it cannot recover from. I imagine like Star Trek's, like somebody's just taking a swing at the Enterprise, and they get 23 swings or 23 shots. Culture Casino, thank you for the 40 for the $1.49 phallic unicorn. I appreciate you. Hat of equals Avengers approved. Must sleep. Have a great night. Peppermint oil capsule, thank you for the 2 pounds. We all need to sleep. We do. Modalicious, just finished Happy. You weren't kidding. Those writers are either that good or writing from experience. Parallels all those newly patronized Greeks. Yes, God, that is something I have had discussions with Lady Greymaster on whether I'm going to start reporting on or not. And I just may. Fuck it. Yeah, a lot of changes in Greece. Very interesting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. We'll discuss it in the future. But yeah, if you watch Happy, I think that's damn near an expose on Hollywood. It is sick. I liked season 1, but also it like you said, Modalicious, feels like there's a lot of experience there. Trevor RN, 5 Canadian pesos. Gary, just walk away from Twitter like I did. Remove the poison from your life and then enjoy the poisonous conversation through others. Socialism sucks ass, says, yeah. There will be a time I do walk away, my friend, and I get pissed at Twitter, but goddamn, I need to be here for the fight. And honestly, it does get me like fired up and warmed up for a good video. Like a good stupid tweet can fire me up for a video or a live stream like no other. But there will be a time I leave it. And the closest I really did get to leaving was after Robert Meyer Burnett got canceled by his supposed friends. Those pieces of shit at Collider and other places who turn their back on a guy like in a second just because he said something salty on Twitter, something like protect your business. And you know what? What he said, I would do. I would absolutely do. If you want to stay out of harm's way, don't invade my house. Don't invade my business. It's not just property, because what if my kid is inside that business or that home that you're lobbing Molotov cocktails at or pipe bombs? Don't assume every business is empty. I had my kid at my store all the time. So yeah, shoot to kill. Want some apolitical entertainment? I self-published a novel, Confessions of a Magpie Wizard, on Amazon. Romance, wizards, and demons. Oh my. And that's Darth Bobcat for $5. Yeah, we showed you on the last live stream. We showed you he does. It's called Confessions of a Magpie Wizard, and it's on Amazon. John Oakletree for $1.99. Dear John Cleese, you reap what you sow. Yep. You know what? John Oakletree, the same can be said for J.K. Rowling. And while I appreciate they came out and said what they said, they helped bring it on. And I love John Cleese, but they helped bring it on. If you don't understand the nuance between that, and there's a point where you have to make a decision. I mean, like, you can't ride this one out on the fence. You just can't. As much as I'd love to. Nope. That's why I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm not playing this shit anymore. I'm not going to live in a town that doesn't have my back. I said this last live stream. If somebody breaks into my house and I harm this person, I could get in serious trouble. Like, I get taken to jail. I'll tell you a story right now. A guy came into my shop. This was in my second or third year. He was drunk. He wanted to sell me a Daredevil #1. I looked at it, and there was a crease on it. So I was certainly going to buy it. I'm like, dude, I'll buy it for sure. But there's a crease right there. So he was insisting it was near mint. Everybody does. And I thought it was part of the negotiation. I'm like, well, it's not near mint. It's not even mint. It's not even fine. That crease makes it good. But I'll give you, and I said, I'll give you the VG plus price. Like, this is great. I would grade this as good, but I'll give you the VG plus price, which is very good. It's another grade up. And then when you say plus, that kind of adds a little more. So he said, no, you put that crease there. And I'm like, no, I didn't. You laid the comic down. I didn't even touch it. He's all, no, I saw you put that crease there. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, seriously. So the third time he said, I put the crease there, I'm like, okay, you got to go. You got to go. Take your comic and please leave the building. And he wouldn't leave. He's all, no, we're still going to do business. I'm all, no, our business is done and you are leaving the building now, and I will not ask you again. And he did it again. I walked around the counter. He picked up his comic. I picked him up by the seat of his pants and by the back of his collar, and I carried his ass out of the store, and I plopped him out. I mean, I'm not a huge guy. I'm 6 foot, and I was a little heavier at the time, so I was like 220. I picked this dude up. He was about 5'8", something like that. Again, drunk off his ass. So I picked him up by the seat of his pants, by his collar, threw him out the store. Hour passes. Don't think much of it. There's a bunch of customers in there. It sucks when you do that because that's just super awkward. After you do that, you're like, hi, hope you're having a really enjoyable time buying your comics. Sorry I had to pick a dude up out of the, it's just kills the whole mood, right? Cops show up to arrest me. I asked the guy to leave the premises 4 times and he wouldn't leave. So I picked him up. But I put hands on him. They were going to take me to jail. Good thing my kid was there. My kid was there. So my oldest son, Nerdrotic the Tall, was about, I think, 12? 11 or 12 at the time. And the cop saw the kid was there. So he kind of saw what was going on. And he's all, your kid been here the whole time? I'm all, yeah, my kid's been here the whole time. And so have these customers. And the customers were like, no. He asked them to leave. And he's like, I know, but it doesn't matter. You put your hands on him. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Call and wait for us? I'm all, no, I'm not going to call and wait for you. And they're all, that's the way it goes. I'm all, no. And then he goes, what? But did you feel threatened? And I'm like, because I was about to say no. And then I'm like, yes. And he's all, did you feel like your child was threatened? Yeah. And he's all like shaking his head. I'm all, yes. He's all, okay, we won't press charges. And then he told me something interesting. I had a baseball bat behind the counter and it had justice written on it. And he's all, you got to get rid of that. I'm all, why? It's just a baseball bat. He's all, yeah, but are you playing baseball in here? I'm all, no. And he's all, yeah, that's going to be looked at as a weapon. And he's all, no, he's all, mag lights. Have a mag light behind because it's a functioning thing. Because so if you hit somebody here in the city with the baseball bat and you're in a comic store, they're going to you might as well shoot them. They see it as a weapon. They see it as the same thing. But so he said, but if you have a flashlight back there, you need a flashlight once in a while. You're going to use your flashlight. So yeah, he gave me a little advice. He's like, if you're going to beat somebody over the head, do it with a flashlight, not with the baseball bat. It looks better. So see, again, cops can be very friendly and helpful. That's why I don't want them defunded. But I almost got taken away. Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina in kindergarten cop. Oh, is that what they're having a problem with? Oh, I'm going to have to, that sound, hang on. So I have a soundboard. That's going in the soundboard. That's going in. As a matter of fact, let's listen to it right now, shall we? I think we should. Unless they got rid of it.
Just everyone dies, you know.
I know, but not for a long...
Where'd she go?
Hang on.
Now, until Mrs. Hadding...
Hi. Just get to know you. I want to have them answer. Okay, Now, anyone that was not born in Astoria, somewhere outside like California, raise your hand.
California.
Yes.
I need to go to the bathroom. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I love this movie. It's not the tumor. Let's get in a little trouble, shall we? There we go. This little tiger. There we go. I want this in heavy rotation.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Let's hear it again.
Have a vagina.
No.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
So you're saying that's what they have a problem with? They were having a problem with that scene right there, this scene? When the kid says this?
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
So Twitter was having a problem with that scene?
Girls have a vagina.
Why would you cancel a little cute kid?
Boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
Yeah, that's going in heavy rotation. Clown world. We live in clown world. Oh, crap. I hate it when I do that. Hang on. There we go. All right. A big red bullfrog for £5. Get you and other YouTubers options to Patreon. Bon voyage on your new venture to better locales. Bless you and yours from me and mine here in France. Big red bullfrog. Thank you for the €5. And vive la France, my friend. Hope to revisit your fine country again sometime. You have the best effing comics in the world. Best comic book artists. Sorry, manga. I gotta agree with Razor Fist. French comics are the shit. There needs to be more translation. Italian comics are pretty good too. Okay? Italian comics are pretty good too. Hear 'em for $5. Cleese, Python are partially responsible for creating woke culture. #irony. I know, right? Although I love Monty Python. I freaking love Monty Python. But as far as, I don't think they would cancel anybody, but what they did definitely perpetuate, along with J.K. Rowling and the people who are complaining about it now. You're damn right. They perpetuated woke culture. I mean, what did they think? Did they think they were immune? See, that's what they thought. They thought they were immune. It's cool for us to get all this shit going on because we're going to be different. No, Monty Python will be stricken from the record within the next 10 years. Do you have any doubt if things continue to go the way they are? Now, hopefully, it looks like a lot of the UK is coming to its, coming to their senses over there. And it looks like the license fee has had its day, which I don't know how Doctor Who survives after that, but we'll see. Jason McCushton for $20. Hail, Gary. I sent you an ARC of my debut novel, Project Notebook. Before the wheels came off the world, cancel culture took down my publisher, so I had to self-publish on Amazon. Could you help a brother out with the shout out? And it's called Project Notebook. I remember that. I've got it. Yeah, check it out on certainly on here. We'll go there real quick. I shouted a book out last time, so we can do it this time. Amazon. Oh, well, it fucking helps if I spell it right. And it's called Project Notebook. I remember getting that. Mrs. Nerdrotic. Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. No, this is right. This is my wheelhouse too, buddy. So there we go. Right there. Project Notebook. Project Notebook. Check it out. All right. All right. Ray W. for $5. Tim Allen for the next Doctor Who. No, for next Doctor. For the next Doctor. I like Tim Allen, but no, it has to be a Brit. And if it's going to be an American, Peter Dinklage. I'm not kidding. Peter Dinklage. IK1906 for $5. Caught another Lower Decks trailer today on YouTube. Man, I can't wait until you and DC start reviewing that dumpster fire. Well, it'll be the Inquisition this Sunday. We will be together to do it. I will be doing, I don't think I'm going to do every episode live. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Haven't decided yet. So for the first episode, I will go live and I will do a video just like I did with Star Trek Picard. With Picard, I just did live reviews and I still owe you a season review, which I'm working on, believe me, I'm working on, but I'm doing my little things first. But I will be live tomorrow, and Doomcock and I will be live on the Inquisition at 5:30 p.m. on this channel to cover it. And we're also going to talk about an Umbrella Academy too. We hadn't finished it, but now we both have. So Steven Steele, thank you for the cuppa for $4. Southeastern Kaiju for $5. Sadly, the media have chosen sides. Yep. Covington Catholic High School kids instead of just reporting the facts. Yeah, the Covington kids was disgusting. And the celebrity reaction to that by Ron Perlman in particular was disgusting. Going after 17-year-old kids, the media trying to frame kids. I mean, you want to talk about deplorable. It doesn't get more disgusting than that. And that's why you should never listen to the mainstream media. That alone, however you feel. I mean, these are kids. But granted, you know what? There's a lot of kids participating in burning down buildings and shit right there. Well, they got to pay their consequences too. Those kids didn't do anything wrong, though. They did nothing wrong except for getting on the wrong side of the mainstream media and the system. And they are the system, by the way. They are the establishment. And that's the funny thing, is they think they're the rebels in this scenario. They have some weird scenario in their head that they think they're the rebels. They're the fucking establishment. Count Dankula has posted a video about this, and Sargon of Akkad has uploaded a video about it as well. Magpie Ever Spirit for 10 pounds. You know what? We will take a look at it. I should have thought of that. They are content creators, Count Dankula, that guy went through some crazy shit. Crazy shit. He's had everything taken away from him, right? So I know Sargon had Patreon taken away, but Count Dankula had like everything taken away. Can he even still get PayPal? That's fucked up. All for making his... Russell Hall for $5. How funny would it be if Sargon fans actually got a handful of Patreon scratch and used it to fund his defamation suit? That would be brilliant in every way. You want to talk about sweet, sweet justice. Like this kind of justice. They changed the definition of white supremacist. Now it's anyone who accepts the white majority and does not actively seek to replace and silence whites. Page 1 for $4.99. Yep. You know what that's called? Racism. And it's worrisome. It is very worrisome. I want you to, in recovery, we have a statement. You think about, like, if I just have one little drink, it's fine. No, you play the tape all the way through. It's an old saying, okay? But you play the tape all the way through. It'll be one drink, and then it turns into a six-pack, and then it turns into a bottle of vodka. Then it turns into, an ounce of Coke. Then it turns into heroin. Then you go on and on and on and on, and then you're dead. You do the same thing with that. It starts out with inclusion and diversity, and then it goes to silencing whites. Where does it go after that? I don't want anyone silenced. And what this does, it's danger on so many goddamn levels. But it does is it perpetuates what they hate. What I don't like either. So we're going to get, it's just bad all the way around. And it's like they want this boogeyman to exist so bad, because they need to be right. They need to be right. Like most lefties, Akila got high off her own virtue farts, got slapped by reality, and then she declared reality to be wrong and went so far as to go after her judge. They never learn. No, they will never quit because they have been given this power. Given this power by, I'm sorry to say, John Cleese, Gina Carano's contemporaries in Hollywood, J.K. Rowling. They have been handed this power. So now to be complaining about it it's rich. I'm glad they're doing it. I am still waiting for them to maybe take some responsibility. John Cleese wants to get on his high horse and think he's all great for calling out. And he's been calling it out for quite some time, and he's right. But, bro, you brought it on. You helped bring it on. J.K. Rowling, you helped bring it on. You do. I'm glad you've seen the light, and hopefully you come all the way around and understand. And I have heard things like this. So, we have to realize that while they did bring it on, and we can point it out, if they do come around and say, listen, if you're on the right, you're not a Yahtzee. You're just a human being with a different perspective. That's what we need to hear more of, and we need to encourage it. And we can certainly kindly call them out for bringing this shit on. But we need people to come to their fucking senses. The thing is, right now all I've ever, dude, the divide's getting bigger, and that's not good. It's just not good. Thank you, Lady Grey Master. I'll get the Sargon video from BitChute. By the way, you're not supposed to super chat. I would have checked. But thank you, Lady Grey Master. It's all right. I'll just pay you $2 extra in your pay to pay you back. Nerdrotic's moving to the country. He's going to eat. Nerdrotic's moving to the country. He's going to eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country. Going to eat a lot of peaches. Also, liberals are trying to infect hockey, and it's infuriating. Hockey? Well, yeah, John. Listen, it's leftists. Remember, it's leftists. Sargon is a liberal, and they just called him a white supremacist. So it's leftists. Message received with the heart says, Mr. Fish reveals Australian $10. You complete me. You complete me. Southern California needs to leave California. Says free of FEMA for $5. Agreed. And we're talking about local. Okay, so there's NoCal, SoCal, and local. So NoCal is everything above San Francisco and up, San Jose and up. And then there's SoCal, which is LA and like Santa Barbara. And then there's local, which is San Diego and Imperial Valley and Palm Springs and stuff. Yeah, that needs to break off and just be away from California. Honestly, there was almost the state of Jefferson, which is like part of Oregon and part of Northern California. I could see it happening. People don't think it'd happen, but I think it could happen. California is big, and Sacramento does not represent the entire state at all. It's very, the politics up here are all Northern California centric, and it's just Southern California never feels represented. And it's a completely different way of life down there. It is, NoCal and SoCal couldn't be more different from each other. I love that some can grow a beard, says Fenrir Howells for $5. Yes. I can grow a beard. It took me a while. I didn't grow a full beard till I was like 30. The first time I grew a full beard, me and my friend at Acura said we weren't going to shave until we had a president, because it was the hanging Chad thing with Al Gore and Bush. And while I am a little sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that, I didn't mind Clinton. I thought the 90s were really good. Like the economy was good. I thought things were good. Music was pretty good. Life was pretty good in the 90s. I don't like Clinton at all anymore. So that's in hindsight, knowing what I know now. And believe me, the things that we're hearing now, we've been hearing for years and years and years. So when I started getting into Art Bell, we'll just say Art Bell, that's when I started kind of waking up to that stuff. Gary, Telemundo is laying off 3,500 employees, 10% of the workforce. I have been commenting on this because I feel that it is a sign of the current state of the industry. Diego Flores, you are not wrong. Thank you for the 10 I think it's Chilean pesos, Diego. Thank you, Diego. No, Telemundo is a very healthy organization, by the way, for as far as broadcast television is concerned. It's healthier than any American broadcast. And if it's laying off people, that's bad. That is bad. Jason Mukushian for $5. Off the cuff, what's your prediction for the Moon Knight show? In my humble opinion, not gonna merit the Sienkiewicz stories. The Moon Knight show is going to be Disney garbage. Disney garbage. Moon Knight cannot be made PG-13. It can't be made with any nuance. And, well, quite frankly, you can't have a white male lead. So they'll probably gender swap it and focus a bunch on the mental health issues. And it'll be a lot of feelings in hallways and crying at tables. I would love to be wrong, because Moon Knight could potentially be the best TV show, superhero TV show, period. Marvel has never known what to do with this character. Now, Doug Mank and Bill Sienkiewicz, their run on Moon Knight is all-time great. But not everybody's read it. Like, Moon Knight is a brilliant character. But I don't trust Disney at all. Look what they did to Hellstrom. Did you guys know there's a Son of Satan TV show coming to Hulu, and they did a trailer? And it's called Hellstrom. And it's got Damian Hellstrom and his sister. And it focuses on his sister and their siblings and their daughters. Is he the son of Satan? Damian Hellstrom, the son of Satan. Nope. Now, they are the children of a female serial killer. Yeah. So they took the son of Satan, one of the coolest. I mean, you got to remember, when this comic came out, like, people really did believe, there was the whole satanic panic thing going on. And this was in the 70s. And they had the son of Satan. I freaking loved the comic. I love that comic, man. Little pentagram on his chest. It's fucking awesome in every way. Well, they bastardized it and turned it into a procedural show. I mean, it's horrible. It looks horrible. Gary, I love it when a sentence starts out like this, by the way. Leon Dowd, thank you for joining the Jaloja level. I appreciate that. Michael Thompson for $4.99. Gary, I 100% agree with you. We can stop right there. Thank you. On everything. Mrs. Nerdrotic, see? I even have your waifu pillow. Your waifu pillow? Oh. Thank you for the $4.99. Michael Thompson. Gamer Science Geek for $4.99. Silent Majority absolutely needs to get loud. Gotten too used to being censored and shushed. Yeah. If enough of us start speaking out, they can't stop all of us. The reason the Fandom Menace was effective and got mentioned by Jar Jar Abrams, and no, I'm not going to ever stop mentioning that, ever, because we remember, after The Last Jedi, there was a bunch of shit going on, a bunch of criticism, then it kind of leveled off for a little bit. Then we ramped it right back up before The Rise of Skywalker, and it was that pressure that got Disney to fucking notice, but they had noticed before. It got them to notice. That's all we needed to do is, hey, we're here. We're not ists or phobes. We're just fans. We want partisan, political, fucking politics out of our entertainment. especially Star Wars. When Star Wars is supposed to be for everybody, it's supposed to be a uniting thing in fandom. And what Disney did was divide the fans. What Alex Kurtzman and CBS has done is divide the fans. What Chris Chibnall and Doctor Who has done is gotten rid of all the fans because they fucking suck now. So it's effective. So how was the Fandom Menace effective? Numbers. We don't all agree on much of anything, to be honest with you. But we've got all the representation. There's Anna. She's been around a long time. We got Fatal J, Abu Nas, Drunk 3PO, Lethal Lightning. I mean, yeah, we've even got Australian representation. Jane Theory, Sporking News Podcast, all kinds of channels out there from all different sides, all shapes and sizes, united in the principle of respecting the fan. That's it. 200-watt studio for $5 says, Gary sent 2 super chats yesterday on the stream with Az, but you were out of the room and when he read them. Oh shit. Well, I am rereading the Ostrander Suicide Squad. Fuck yeah. That is, oh my God. You know what? I don't have that. I have a trade, but I don't have the floppies of that. I'm going to have to get that. 200-watt studio. Enjoy it. It's fucking great. It is brilliant. Yeah, I'm sorry. So when Friday Night Tights was done last week, I got a phone call like right after the show was over. I usually don't even answer my phone, to be honest with you, unless it's like a dire emergency or it's fucking Jeremy or something. Jeremy's the only one who calls me. Comics division calls me a couple times too, but picked up the phone and my mom was like in the emergency room. She couldn't talk, internal bleeding, all kinds of crazy stuff. So, yeah, she had a major incident. And that was going on all weekend. So that's why I was a little distracted. I was on some live streams and I tried to be there as much as I can, but I had to keep an eye on the phone. I was like pretty distracted. She's okay. Things are okay. She's good. Mom Roddick is good now. She's got her speech back. We don't quite know what it was. So we're looking into that and it sucks. It's now you see how limited things are because of the beer bug. I couldn't go visit her and everything was done over video. And it's just like, I don't know how you do this, but I said it on my last live stream and I'll mention it again here while I'm thinking of it. By the way, thank you for all the well wishes. She is doing good. I let her know that all these people were wishing her love and she has no idea what I do. She has no clue what this is. It's so funny. So while I was on hold with the hospital, I got this message telling me that COVID wasn't that bad. They said, if you're concerned about the COVID, chances are you're going to be just fine. If you feel the symptoms, just stay at home, get some rest, and you'll be okay. I'm paraphrasing what it said. I'll get a recording of it, but it's the hospital basically saying, I blinked out there. I don't know. What the hell? Hang on. It blinked out for some reason. It said it. Did you guys notice? It just told me it lost connection. Sorry. That's what I was looking at. It said it lost connection, but it's fine now. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh boy. All right. Where was I? All right. Google Drew Dreischel. Don't trust anyone in Hollywood. Google Drew Dreischel. Who's Drew Dreischel? Yeah, I don't trust anyone in Hollywood. Jack Bauer for $2. Not even you on 24. Thomas Hounsome. Welcome to the proto-molecule level. Praise you. All right, let's go look. Let's look at that. Let's look at Sargon's video, shall we? Let's take a look at Sargon's video. And thanks again to Lady Gravemaster for passing that my way. Yeah, but by the way, best producer in the business, and you can't have her. She's mine. There's Jake Paul's arrest too. Yeah, we're gonna look into that too, just because it's fun.
Hi, YouTube.
All right, you guys ready? I don't think Sargon will mind if this is kind of like some Inception level shit, but where did it go? I've got too many fracking windows up. There we go. All right, you ready? I'm going to mute my mic and we can just listen to this. Well, I won't mute my mic, but we'll listen for a little bit.
Hi, YouTube. It's Aquila, obviously, and I'm suing a grown man who goes by the name Sargon.
Well, hi, Aquila. I'm Bearing, obviously. And good luck with that. I hope it all goes your way and you don't fuck it up spectacularly. Spectacularly.
I guess this is Bearing's video. I was looking for Sargon's video. Hang on. We can watch Bearing for a little bit, but I was actually looking for Sargon's video. Hang on. Give me a moment. Hang on a second. Sargon on BitChute. I don't see anything. Yeah, we'll watch Bearing's video then because I don't see anything from Sargon. All right, here we go. Sorry.
Jesus of Galilee, Lily sing, spectacularly. I hope you don't fuck it up spectacularly. Ooh, what's this? She fucked it up spectacularly. More after this sponsor. Are you using a VPN to watch this video? If you're not, you should be. Goes from super excited, yay vaginas, to flat out depressed because she didn't get her way. Sargon of Akkad took that 8 or 9 minute video and chopped it up into a 1.5 minute edit, releasing it on his channel under the title SJW Levels of Awareness. Here is that video.
Hi, YouTube. It's Aquila, obviously, and we are at the Javits Center in Midtown Manhattan. It's where Hillary Clinton is having her, speech party, whatever. There's a block party outside. We're here with press, although it was very difficult to get these. It's its own story, but we will show you what we can of the evening. I'm just personally, really excited because to be, a woman in the year 2016 after having, a black president for 8 years, and now we have Hillary, who could potentially be our next president, and here's hoping. It started out as a very exciting evening and full of hope that we would be in a historic moment under a glass ceiling, getting to be in the room where it's happening with Hillary. And honestly, it started this high and then just crept down until forever. There are plenty of people whose best interest is to keep everybody divided and to keep them hating people who don't look like them and to give them a scapegoat. You have to question people about the things that they say. You have to correct people when they're sharing false information on Facebook. Like,
really?
Like, you have to stand up to your family members who are being racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic. Like, we can't live in a society where there are two Americas and there's one where there are people who are educated who are afraid to talk to their bigoted relatives, because Black women got information. We voted for Hillary. So, like, the onus is on everybody now to, like, actually step up. Like, I don't want to hear, I'm scared to talk to my family because they're my family. Like, no, I get that. But you can't wait till people are burning or hanging from trees or being killed to say something.
And who's being killed right now and what's burning? I can't think. What's burning right now? It's on the tip of my tongue. What's burning? Businesses are burning. And if you say something now, you get canceled. Yeah, it's interesting how.
And so,
shit
you know,
plays out.
2016 is
back.
doo-dooest year in the history of my
Nope. 2016 was fucking awesome.
entire life. You know, I think what's helpful for me is I live in New York. I'm surrounded by like-minded people. People here are disgusted. And we're not going to take it.
Okay, so clearly Sargon's mocking the fact that she rails against people who want to keep America divided and keep people hating those who don't look like them. Then a minute later, she asserts that because her vagina of choice wasn't elected president, there's going to be people burning and hanging from trees. He was obviously mocking a killer's SJW levels of awareness. So anyway, a little while after Sargon uploads his video, a killer issues a copyright takedown notice and has the video removed. Sargon issues a copyright counterclaim and gives a killer 30 days to either commence legal proceedings or back the fuck off. A killer chose to commence legal proceedings. LOL.
Hi, YouTube. It's Akila, obviously, and I'm suing a grown man who goes by the name Sargon. Fair use means that you have a commentary, or there is clear satire or parody, or a transformative use of something that already exists. You know, I can't download Titanic and put 4 different scenes together and then call it on a boat and act like I created that. Am I aware that Sargon has a family? Yeah. Also, I don't care. They're not my kids.
Wow, she seems like a bit of a cunt. Now, Akila's just wrong about fair use. It seems the primary question in determining fair use is it transformative? As in, is the new thing different enough to the old thing? Does it lend itself to a new market? Does it send a different message? And in Sargon's case, it was yes, yes, and yes. Now, I'm no YouTube lawyer. If you want a full breakdown of the legal ins and outs, go and watch Leonard French or Nick Recator. I just point out stuff I find funny or entertaining. And the first thing I find entertaining about this is the way Akila tweeted her way into the shit. She's clearly more interested in seeing the downfall of Sargon on ideological grounds than simply protecting her copyright. She's got an axe.
So, yeah, she lost.
He needs it. I mean, she seems desperate.
Talking about whether or not
he needs it.
Talking about whether or not he's going to countersue Akila for legal fees.
I don't really know if I want to take money off of her. I think she really needs it. I mean, she seems desperate for those hundreds of thousands of dollars that she's not going to get now. She seems to have really needed that money. And there seems to have been an aspect of deliberate vengefulness. Her reporting my Patreon is implied by her. The crowing about how she's going to take all my money on social media and how she doesn't care about what happens to my kids if she ends up suing me into the poorhouse or something like that. But thankfully in this case, she didn't. And justice prevailed.
So Sargon's like, yeah, I won the case, but I'm not sure if I'm even going to countersue for legal fees. I probably won't. Now, I betcha Akila saw this and thought, for you, that was a close one. Because, you know, I don't really have 40-odd grand lying around to hand over to this white supremacist. And then fucking bang! Sargon goes after Akila for legal costs. And it seems like he has a pretty good case, too. Now, remember this clip?
Am I aware that Sargon has a family? Yeah. Also, I don't care. They're not my kids.
You see this frame right here?
Am I aware that Sargon has a family?
I really hope Akila's wearing that same smarmy, shit-eating grin when Sargon bankrupts her ass. That's it from me. Catch ya, cunts. Recession!
Ah, great. Oh, it's nice to see justice once in a while. It really is. All right. Magpie Everspirit for £5. A great anime to watch is Cowboy Bebop. I still love it. Cowboy Bebop's good, but then the SJWs will come and destroy it when it's adapted on Netflix. What are the chances of getting drunk 3PO on Friday Night Tights? Never. I'll never let that drunk robotic son of a bitch on my show. Ever, Voodoo Priestess for $5. You fucking kidding me? I don't care if he wears my shirts. I don't care if he's nice to my wife. I don't care if he feeds fucking kids in South America. I don't care. That son of a bitch will never be on my show. No, I'll get him on soon. I love Drunk 3PO. The Matrix ripped off a lot. Yes, they did. Oh my God. Spirit Scar, before you finish your super chat, I was standing in a line at this Matrix sequel. I have 5 friends who can attest to this. I was sitting behind a girl who said that they were watching, it's not going to make it as funny now. I can't remember what anime. They were watching an anime, and she said she said that is such a ripoff of The Matrix, and I'm pretty sure it was like Akira or something like that. And we just went, what? Yeah, that's the world we live in. She grew up to be an SJW after that, including Grant Morrison's Invisible. By the way, The Matrix ripped off much, including Grant Morrison's The Invisibles. Yes, the concepts, the look, the costumes, and even the silvery blobs. Yes. Oh, absolutely. That's why they didn't have a sequel planned. That's why the 2 sequels went off the fucking rails, because it was just a big homage piece. And it was cool. Listen, again, it's cool. As a one-off, it was cool. The first Matrix movie, I got it. Look. It's right here. It's right here. I love it. It could be an allegory for whatever the hell it wants. I kind of thought it was Alice in Wonderland. Drugs. Stuff like that. Thank you, Danny Bailey, for the $10 in the super sticker. Mr. Fish reveals for 10 Australian dollars. I told Noel at the TARDIS Zone that I'm following your advice and leaving Twitter for good. Good. If you don't need to be there, go to Parler. Actually, go to Parler. If you go to I'm Parler. Here, I'll get you my Parler link right now. Hang on, before I repeat myself too much. What the hell? Follow me on Parler. It's right here. Parler is good. You can say whatever you want. There's no boobs, but you can say whatever the hell you want, and nothing will happen to you. Sushi Joe, welcome to the Gandalf level. Hail. I appreciate that. Mike Blair for $9.99. Gare Bear, and then it says, is okay. Gare Bear is okay. You're okay too, Mike. You're okay too. You are okay. Okay. Brendan Lucas for $5. Every communist revolution has only needed 1% of the population to be 1% of the population to be successful. It's why we have to fight and not grow complacent. Great work. Brendan, exactly. Complacency will kill us all. There has to be a certain amount of vigilance, paranoia, going on all the time. You could take a break once in a while, but no. Now, the silent majority needs to speak up now. And I'm part of that. I think. I hope. SJ Almighty, thank you for the wait for it sticker. I'm waiting for it. Thank you for the £1.99. And it says coming soon. £1.99. Thank you for that sticker. And Graham Paldican for $5. When are you going to get Jeremy from the quartering on Friday Night Tights? Love your channel. Lady Gravemaster, what do you think? Within the next month, hopefully. Very, very soon. If he wants to come on. He's more than welcome to come on, of course. Charles Worrell, welcome to the proto-molecule level. I appreciate it. Show the Loretta clip from Life of Brian, LOL. Here again. Well, can I? I probably can. Lindy Beige must be the next doctor to save Doctor Who. Says Lindy Beige. Lindy Beige. I don't know who that is. I probably should. What was that? I better not.
I do feel, Reg, that any anti-imperialist group like ours must reflect such a divergence of interest within its power base.
Oh my God. I just saw a picture of Cecil and now it just went away. It's good. Oh, yeah. True. Prophets. They were prophets. I'm going to get in trouble for showing that. I know it. Oh, well. Are you not entertained? That was just for you, Hiram. Wins a winner before Nerdrotic Picard video, says Sergeant Politeness for $2. No, Picard video will be first. I promise you. I promise you. Now, it's time, man, but I'm going to make time. I want to try to get that out before I move. So that's an actual deadline there. Best way to give monthly that's not Patreon. Resolute Germ for $2. Memberships. If you join the membership here, there's 3 levels you can join up at. You can support the channel here. I appreciate that. Just hit the join button, go to the main channel, the main page on the channel, look to the right, and there's a join button. Love your Trek and Wars observations. Robert Cherry, thank you. You will be getting some Trek observations tomorrow and some Umbrella Academy observations. As far as Star Wars, when something comes out, I'll review it. I'm not going to watch the Clone Wars. Sorry. I probably end up the Clone Wars. I saw the last episode. I thought it was pretty good. I like the idea of Peter Dinklage as the Doctor. Who would you have as his assistant? You mean his companion? Because I'm going to say companion. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Freema Agyeman, bring her back. Fucking love her. I love Martha. I'm a Martha fan. Captain Marvel 2 director just announced Nia DaCosta. 4 other projects under their belt per IMDb. One is the new yet to be released 2020 Candyman. Says Grey Ghost for $5. Well, Marvel movies are directed by committee anyway. So she's probably just going to direct the acting scenes. The action scenes and the special effects scenes are essentially not directed. It's made by producer. Kevin Feige makes those movies. He hires a director. They help with the acting. But as far as the whole film, nah, that's a Marvel production. It's cookie cutter at this point. Mind if I broadcast my buddy Rod Galindo's book, Claire. Ghost story, good dude, retired Army tanker. All about the story. He's got other books too. Sure, go ahead. It's a book called Claire, and it's by Rod Galindo. Is it on Amazon, Edward? Is it on Amazon? That's the question. Ah, there it is right there. Dang it. I always hit the wrong one. There we go. There is Claire by Rod Galindo. Take a look at it on Amazon. And maybe someday I'll finish my comic from 20 years ago. Probably not anytime soon, though. JPRPH1, thank you for the phallic unicorn. I was born in the 90s, UK, so I knew nothing other than the combination of Clinton and Tony Blair for years. No wonder I didn't get a decent education, says CB News and Reactions for £5. Hammer Hand for $25. Your MGTOW, Monk, and Red Pill brothers have your back. Hail, hail, hail. Thank you. Thank you. I got your back too. Don't worry. I got you. Don't you worry. Here, have some cash, dude. Keep being awesome. Hail, Andrew Cole. Thank you very much for the $1.99. I appreciate it. You keep being awesome. Gary, great content. Much love, brother. Thanks, Buck, for $5. I appreciate that. That's good to hear. After a video fucking yesterday, that was like a pisser, man. Chromaticism for £2. Sargon's main channel is now a COD Daily. Oh, okay. Did he say something on it? Is it on a COD Daily? I'll go check. It has been 3 hours. Here we go. Oh, yeah. You guys want to watch this? I see you all nodding yes. Okay, we're going to watch it.
She thought she...
We are going to watch this. Because this is a victory not just for Sargon. I'm glad he got a victory. I mean, hang on. There's this just in, though. This just in.
Go.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
She thought she would win. In 2016, after the election of Donald Trump, I was just producing content as usual. I was a supporter of Donald Trump. And I guess what we can now call officially, at least legally, an SJW called Akilah Hughes was expecting Hillary to win. And I made what is essentially a YouTube poop of her video to critique her lack of awareness about how the rest of her country didn't agree that Hillary Clinton should win and Donald Trump won this landslide at the Electoral College. And when she found out about this, she decided that she would claim copyright, as in sue me, for $150,000, which was her alleged projected losses on the video, the damage that she was going to suffer from me making this video. Which in and of itself is ludicrous. She received plenty of criticism for this. In part, this didn't appear to be a violation of her copyright, and I seem to have been operating clearly within the bounds of fair use. And wasn't this just a vindictive thing to do? Didn't she realise that I have children to feed? Why was she trying to take money out of the mouths of my kids?
Am I aware that Sargon has a family? Yeah. Also, I don't care. They're not my kids.
And when, say, Dankula on Twitter called her out for it, saying, Akilah obviously flat out saying she doesn't care about what happens to Sargon's kids speaks volumes about the kind of person she is. To which she replied, Sargon not caring about what happens to his kids speaks volumes about him. To which Dank replied, lol, I don't care, they ain't my kids, I just want that dollar. To which she replies, I don't feel bad, I'm sorry you defend criminals who are given endless opportunities to do the right thing. Dan goes on arguing, saying, well, this is a blatant cash grab, which it obviously was, but I'm not surprised. I don't believe she did feel bad. I don't believe that she felt bad at all. In fact, she didn't seem to feel bad when she was trying to get me deplatformed from Patreon, as she did in 2018, and then in 2019, after I had been deplatformed from Patreon, she implied that it was herself that had reported my, quote, hate content, and got the job done. After Judge Sullivan decided the case in my favour and I claimed my fees back from her, and so this was going through the court process, she was still on Twitter trying to get me deplatformed, this time at YouTube. YouTube had messaged her to take action to support black creators, and she had tried to take that as an opportunity to get this YouTube channel shut down. And so when she says that the content of my character is lower than a snake's asshole, and that I'm a son of a bitch, I'm just like, dude, are you even looking in the mirror? Are you paying attention to reality? Because reality has just come back to bite you. This was Judge Sullivan's ruling that I've just received this afternoon. Judge Sullivan says this: for the reasons set forth below, the court grants Benjamin's motion and concludes that he is entitled to $38,911.89 in attorney's fees and costs. As Judge Sullivan explains, there are 3 factors that are taken into consideration here, and Aquila appears to have violated each and every one of these. The first is objective unreasonableness, which should be given substantial weight when determining whether to award fees. Judge Sullivan says, Hughes' claims were objectively unreasonable, a fact that was clear from the face of the complaint and the videos at the heart of the dispute. Tellingly, the complainant describes Benjamin's video as an effort to mock and discredit Hughes, 2 strong indicators that the work constituted fair use as criticism. In Judge Sullivan's words, Hughes' claims were objectively unreasonable, a fact that was clear from the face of the complaint and the videos at the heart of the dispute. He explains more the detail of it, which I'm...
All right. He won. That's good. She was an insufferable bitch. Sorry, she was. And she got what was coming. Mr. Fish reveals for 10 Australian dollars. Following on Parler, but not as Mr. Fish. LOL, got you. On Parler, he says, for 10 Australian dollars. Hail, Son of the Wolf, for $5. Yes, Jeremy from the Courting of Friday Night Tights. Also, hail, Gary. Hail to you, sir. Russell Hall for $5. When did drawing inspiration from art or culture to create something new become ripping off? How do people think cultures evolve? Exactly. Everything is a ripoff of something technically, but there's multiple degrees of that, which is egregious. Now, with the Matrix, no matter how we feel about the Wachowskis right now, because we all think they're pretty crazy, but at the time they were respected. We liked them. We all liked them. Everybody thought they were great, and you could tell they had a love for what they were paying homage to. That's the difference. There's ripping off or homage. If you pay homage to something like Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, I fucking love that movie, man. And that is nothing but a love letter to Max Fleischer. That's fine. Then there's Alex Kurtzman, who takes, say, like a blue tardigrade out of a video game and rips off a Kuwaiti Egyptian man because he is a talentless hack. He has no talent. He's a piece of shit. That's the difference. That's the difference. Speaking of which, we do need to get to that article. Rumor, Star Trek production in chaos. CBS canceled numerous projects, including Section 31 spinoff. The Star Trek franchise has allegedly been subject to internal chaos as new alleged leaks detail a number of proposed series that were canceled by CBS before production. First published to 4chan on August 2nd, this latest set of leaks explains that the following, such as Star Trek Picard, Star Trek Lower Decks, are not the only ones CBS were working on, with the leaker noting that some are even worse than what we actually that I don't understand the wording of this. Some are even worse than what actually got announced. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? First published on 4chan, August 2nd, the latest set of leaks explain, worst set of leaks. Okay, I got you. The first production mentioned in Star Trek is Star Trek Revolution, which is pitched as Star Trek's take on superhero genre. It would have followed a Starfleet officer who was infused with a symbiotic being and gains powers like the ability to survive in space. That sounds fucking stupid. That sounds fucking stupid. Former Batwoman star Ruby Rose was said to have been the frontrunner to play the series' lead role, whose story was described as being LGBT would be. This is bullshit. LGP and would be a lead crew of misfits in exposing a conspiracy in the Federation. Production on Star Trek Revolution had progressed past the conceptual stage, as the leaker noted that not only would Q have been involved, DeLance was approached, but that the concept was alive and being developed as late as June of this year. When did Ruby quit? Yeah, I don't know about that. The leaker continues with another shelf project, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which was live in 2018 and being developed as the Academy Days of Young Kirk with new actors. According to the leaker, this is also where the recent rumors about Kirk being bisexual are likely coming from, as Kirk was definitely so in this pitch. Next, they address, fuck no. You know what? I fucking dare you, CBS. I dare you. I challenge you. I challenge you to make Kirk gay. Make him gay. See what happens. See what gay people say. See what the alphabet. What did they say about Sulu when they made him gay in the Kelvin universe? Oh, my. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. Next, they address the Star Trek Destiny rumors. Man. That came out after its trademark got leaked and recognized that though many believed that this was the Picard show, that's not the case. The leaker claims that the concept was reused for the third season of Star Trek Discovery and explained that this was the storyline that became Star Trek Discovery Season 3. It was set in 3293 and was centered around a diverse cast who were fighting against an evil version of the Federation. Some of the characters, like Book in Star Trek Discovery Season 3, were adapted and reused. That I believe. That I believe. The leaker also reveals that Section 31, the Section 31 show, was just an excuse to present for a present day Trek show. The leaker also reveals that the Section 31 show was just excused for a present day Trek show, and revealed that Yao would have come back, Yao, in time to present day to stop Khan from rising to power. Perhaps the most bombshell, so it was supposed to be the Khan show and they mixed it. Perhaps the most bombshell piece of information included the leaks is the news that the previously announced Section 31 spinoff was dead. Nobody's surprised about that. They didn't mention a word of it. This alleged leak completely contradicts rumors from earlier this year, claimed that the series would begin filming in May. Well, Alex Kurtzman said that the series was supposed to start filming directly after Star Trek Discovery Season 3, but the beer bug did hit, so you got that. The final part of the leak concerns the feelings of legacy actors towards modern Star Trek productions. It seems as though, despite the appearance of some Star Trek alumni are excited to be involved with the new Trek, many had a different take and instead favored a competitor, with the leaker stating Kurtzman and CBS executives had to stop approaching legacy actors from old Trek shows because so many of them were ignoring their offers and signed up for the Orville instead. YouTuber Mecha Random reacted to the leaks, believing that many of them were bait, saying because there are so many implausible ones. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. It's bullshit. A lot of them are bullshit, but we'll never know. We'll never know. The first one, it's bullshit. This, but Section 31 being dead, they didn't mention it at Comic-Con. So, here's the deal. We're nearing the end. The end is near. We are nearing the end for Star Trek and Doctor Who. This is it. Now, there's a rumor out there that Doctor Who has been commissioned for Series 14, Series 15, and Chibnall and Jodie are somehow part of this. Now, as far as I know, as far as what I've been told, and as far as what everybody else knows, there was supposed to be a season 14 and 15 of Doctor Who. That was no secret. As far as I know, Jodie Whittaker will not be part of it. Not, I repeat, not be part of it. Shit could change, though. I heard this first about 4 months ago, repeated again 2 months ago. I don't know if anything's changed. I don't know. Tell you what. Again, I reported on a rumor. This is the same person who told me about the details of the Timeless Child. But this person, I've been very upfront with you, does not work inside the BBC. It's very hard to find somebody inside the BBC to talk. Here's the deal, though. They could fucking bring Jodie back. Bring her back for 5 more years. Bring Chibnall back for 5 more fucking years. Make 10 more years of Kurtzman Trek. Nobody's going to fucking watch it. It sucks. So that's not going to change. So until the BBC and CBS wake up, I don't know if they care. At this point, I can't believe that they actually care. Because if they did, they would make changes. So it must be more important to make the political statement than to actually entertain. Because nobody's going to watch this. Despite Hollywood just being woke-ass Hollywood and a few thousand people running around in the streets burning shit down, you know what? The sentiment of the general public has not changed. It's not like you're going to roll out Michael Burnham's Star Trek and all of a sudden it's going to be as popular as David Tennant Doctor Who. It's not going to fucking happen. Not in this lifetime, not ever. So go ahead, make fucking more of it. I'll just mock it. I will just mock it. It doesn't matter to me if it exists or not. It really doesn't. If the shitheads out there who support this show take it as a victory that Star Trek Discovery gets picked up for a 4th and 5th season, no, it's a loss for Star Trek, because the longer this stuff stays around, the more it ensures that this franchise will die forever, to the point where nobody's going to want to make comic books anymore of it. It's not like a lot of those sell. Comic books, those are like the last bastions of a franchise. Those are the last places they can hang on. And they're not going to be able to hang on there. They're not going to find publishers anymore. They're not going to be able to find publishers in comics anymore. IDW publishes the Star Trek comic. It's about to die. I got to say, Titan at least is a healthy company. Titan is a healthy company. So Doctor Who's probably safe there. But fuck, IDW, you're in trouble. So no. Go ahead. I mean, I really don't give a fuck at this point. Make more Jodie, Doctor Who, and Chris Chibnall, and let's see how few people will watch it. Let's see how far the ratings can go down. I'm game. But guess what? The next time we get Doctor Who is 2 years away. 2 fucking years away. So you lost 70% of your audience. People hate your lead actor, hate your head showrunner, and you have been flaunting it in people's face because you thought you believed you smelled your own farts and you thought they smelled like roses. You looked at the fucking ratings for that first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, and you thought that was reality. And you didn't look at reality after that. And now you're really ignoring it. You're actually going to shovel another season of this shit at fans. And what the fuck do you think is going to happen? I mean, you can't be that dumb, BBC. But I'll wait. I mean, if you can be that dumb, I will be here to let you know how fucking dumb you are. No problem. My pleasure. Another reason for you to leave California, LA mayor authorizes LAPD and DWS to shut water and power to anyone hosting unauthorized large gatherings. Matt Fleming, using our utilities against us. Revolucion, Matt. Revolucion. You know what? I got to be careful what I say. Really suck if somebody turned the mayor's water off. Wouldn't it? Dreschel is an NBC star arrested by the FBI for CP. I know what you're talking about. Gotcha. Oh, okay, Jack Bauer. Yes. You know, I always bring this up, Jack Bauer. Isn't it funny how Me Too and Time's Up, I mean, like, listen, it started out in a good place. Harvey Weinstein was a scumbag. Total fucking scumbag. Absolutely. He fucked with one of Seth MacFarlane's friends, so much so he called him out on the Academy Awards because he fucked with one of Seth MacFarlane's friends. And that's the only recourse Seth thought he could do. Because, like, Harvey was a scary dude. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that guy had people whacked, but isn't it funny how after the Time's Up and Me Too and it was used as a as a power play by Jar Jar Abrams, and it was not unlike BLM and all that stuff. It got hijacked by Marxists and all that shit. But no, with Me Too and Time's Up is a movement that got hijacked like all movements do. They all get hijacked. They can start in the best place possible. But isn't it funny how it stopped just short? It stopped with just women. Believe women. But it didn't go any further. Isn't it funny how that didn't happen? Because I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Weren't you? I was. Yep. Another one. American Ninja Warrior busted. Hail, for some reason I was unable to join DC's channel, but when I got to your channel and Az's channel, the join button is not there. Ever heard of that? JPRPH1 for $4.99. Are you using a Mac device? If you're on an Apple iPhone, or if you're on a Mac device, you won't see the join button. You got to go to a desktop. I don't know why. Talk to YouTube about that. Nash MC Graw for $10. Quinn's Ideas fantastic graphic novel is almost at $50K on Indiegogo. Just wanted to shout it out. Here's some money, Gary. Love you. I like Quinn's Ideas. He's good, fucking good dude. I like that guy. I hope his graphic novel does really well. I think he's a good YouTuber. Eric Steller for $10. Martha Jones is a total badass. Fuck yeah, she is. Captain's log, McCoy won't sign up for the prenup. McCoy won't sign the prenup. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Ryan Johnson for 2 Canadian pesos. I like that one. Avatar not caught up with username. Howl the Moon. Got you. Howl the Moon. I'm following you. Thank you for the Australian $5. Popeltine for $4.99. Here's a little dough, UK slang. Good luck for the journey, Gary. Thanks for the entertaining throughout my night shifts. All hail. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. 50 Australian dollars. My alter ego has got the better of me. How? Says Howl the Moon. Thank you, Howl the Moon. It's Civil War? Howl the Moon for I hope not. I hope the fuck not. You know, I used to think Tim Pool was just being I thought he was being hyperbolic. I guess I'm fucking sitting corrected right now. Death Mass Productions. Thank you for the 11 Norwegian krona. I appreciate you. All right. Resolute Germ for $2. Best way to give monthly. That's not. Oh, I read that one already. We're at 1,782 likes. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. We had almost over 3,000 people. Almost. That's pretty good. For these will be back to noon eventually once the move is over, but I'm going to keep live streaming. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will be live streaming. Friday Night Tights, 2:00. Don't know who the guest is yet, or I might know who the guest is yet, but we'll let you know soon. And Umbrella Academy review tomorrow, and Lower Decks. Okay. So we're going to wrap it up there. It was a fun show. Thank you. Thank you all for your support. Thank you the Motley 1969. That is, dude. When we're able to do a meetup, let me buy you dinner or something like here in San Francisco. You're in the Bay Area. I'll let you know before I bail. We can go have some coffee with Dan Nolan. Roof Korean 92 for $5. Hey, so Sargon won his fair use lawsuit, and the other party has to pay. You have a lot going on, but I think we could support you taking down CBS. I would love to take down CBS, those motherfuckers. But they would crush me because they're billionaires. They're a bunch of billionaires. And I am a thousandaire. So I am a thousandaire. Thank you, though. I appreciate Roof Korean. I do. All right. So we'll have more to talk about. Again, thank you for joining. This was a lot of fun. As usual, I'm going to let my voice rest a little bit and get on my Umbrella Academy review. Look for that tomorrow, and more videos this weekend. Again, the videos will be sporadic, and they're not going to be regular quality, quote unquote, because I won't have a ton of time to edit. So you're going to get a lot of low tier content this month, but it'll be back to normal once I move, and there'll be the new studio and everything. And again, live streaming is going to be fine. Members stream looks like Saturday. Keep an eye on the community section. Thank you, Mellis Williams, for the $4.99. I don't know what you said there. Hang on. I don't know what it said. Oh, it just says $4.99. Okay. And bravo, another great show. Wow, thank you, Fred W. Manzo, for $4.99, and it's because of you guys. So everybody have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Not all who wander are lost, and may the wings of liberty never lose a feather.